Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the semi-final of the United Rugby Championship. This game is huge. Leinster taking on the Bulls. This was actually the first match ever that both of these sides played up against each other in the URC in round one, and Leinster able to win that game 31 points to 3. A lot has changed since then. The Bulls, they will be rearing to go, and hopefully it is a very entertaining matchup. I hope you guys are all doing well. It is currently 6:30 a.m. My voice has decided it wants to disappear. That is unfortunate, but hopefully it does last throughout the rest of this matchup. But we will be looking through at the lineups. First of all, as I drink some water. There we go. That should help. Andrew Porter going to be at number 1, Dan Sheehan at 2, and then Tyke Furlong, sitting there at number 3. Then it will be McCarthy at 4, James Ryan at 5, Caelan Doris, Josh Van den Flower, and also Jack Conan. Those three are extremely strong. I feel like they are going to be keys for Leinster throughout this matchup. Jameson Gibson Park slots in at 9, Ross Byrne at 10, then Robbie Henshaw and Gary Ringrose as the two centres there. Rory O'Loughlin out on one wing, Jordan Lamar out on the other, and then Jimmy O'Brien slotting in at number 15 for Leinster. We have got Fancy Mish in there, says Gareth. Yep, we are wearing the suit. Big match feel, so big match suit is coming back out. And we have got the spotty tie. And in fact, now that I look at it, Leinster could be the dark, and then the light could possibly be the blue of the Bulls. But we have got there also, hey, howdy, hey, I hope you're all well. Go Leinster, says Katie Dixon. And hey, Hamish, says Katie, hope you are doing well. I hope you are very excited for this Leinster playoff game that we have got. The Bulls are dead. The Bulls are dead. As they're dead. Big love, people, says Fisher. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. I hope you are excited. I can't tell whether or not that is excitement or more, I guess, pure aggression going towards the Bulls in this match. But what did you think of the cricket? I did see New Zealand got out of that day not too badly overall, which is always good news for the Kiwis. But Steenkamp, the ad number 1, Johan Grovala, starting in at 2, and then it will be Morne Smith, the ad number 3, then Volt Steenkamp and Roan Nokia as your locks, Marcel Kutzer, Arno Bota, and Heinrich Lowe as the loose forward trio. Then Zach Berger, Chris Smith, Harold Foster, Cornell Hendricks, Madosh Dumbway, and then David Creel there out on the right wing, Kanan Moody as the last man there. And also with the utmost respect, I don't know what that means. I assume it's something to do with the fact that Leinster are not allowed to win this game, I would think, more than likely. So it seems like there's a lot of tension at the moment, but I hope you guys are all doing well. I know that it's all in good spirit, so and we are all excited see what does happen in this game. Leinster, they have got Cronin, Kian Healy, then also Michael Alalatawa, ex-Crusaders man. Of course, Crusaders making it through the final in the Super Rugby, and they are going to be finding out their challenges in the match in about 12 hours' time, which we are also covering on the channel between the Blues and the Brumbies. Ross Maloney starting in at 19. Then it is Ross Beard. Their names both Ross? Ryan Beard, it might actually be, sorry. Then Luke McGrath, Johnny Sexton, the veteran, at number 22. And I've actually got a fun stat about Johnny Sexton a little bit later on in this intro. And then also Kieran Frawley. That's a lie, Kieran Frawley. I'm having a shocker with some of these Irish names because I was practicing my Irish accent earlier on and it just wasn't going well. So I think that is why that I am struggling for this one. Bismarck Duplessis there at number 6, the oldest player out there on the field. He was born on the 22nd of May and he is 38 years of age. Matan Zima there at 17, Robert Hunt at 18, then Swanepoel, Steenkamp, Papia Mornestein at number 22, and Kurtley Arenza there at number 23. But the big thing here that I want to talk about for Sexton and Mornestein, both men but they're actually born on the exact same day, which I didn't know up till this point. Johnny Sexton is 1 year younger than Mornestein, but both born on the 11th of July, which is quite a fun stat there for those two individuals. And also you need to change the green screen to RDS, not the Aviva, says Pete there. I know, but I also love the Aviva Stadium. For some reason, even though Leinster are, I guess, the home side at RDS, but I really love the Aviva look. And I feel like if the final does go the way that they want it to, they will end up going through to the Aviva in their very next match. So I decided I would give them a little bit more of a big stadium behind them. But there are certainly numbers turning up at RDS currently. A massive respect for the Black Caps for some classic batting or class batting today. Can't wait for England's innings. Could be an interesting test. And also we have there the South African flags from Gareth to Sebastian as well. So Gareth, he's going for a South African boys. Leinster at the moment. I guess everyone in the Northern Hemisphere is cheering them on, other than maybe, I mean, that's the thing. No matter what, if Leinster win, they have a home final. And then it is all down to who wins that game between the Stormers and Ulster tomorrow night and then we will get to see exactly who will be joining them in 2 weeks' time. In fact, it is for that next one. But currently, they are just talking through the lineup for the Leinster men. They have got some good guys in their starting lineup. Like I mentioned, Jameson Gibson Park, no James Lowe in the starting lineup for this game, though. Then Gary Ringrose and also Robbie Henshaw in the midfield, I think, is going to be very dangerous for the Leinster men. The only player really that I can think of that's missing for the Bulls is probably, I'm trying to think of who it would be, actually. Now I think about it, they've actually got a pretty strong side. Maybe one of their wingers. What's his name? I've completely forgotten him. I know that Madosh Tumbwe sometimes does slot in on the other wing side. But I think, yeah, just the one player missing. Well, I'm rooting for Leinster. How dare you in there, Sebastian, for that one. But yeah, Leinster, they are going to be... Wait, are you not rooting for Leinster, Sebastian? Oh, no, you like... Who do you like? You like Ulster? And also, I'm rooting for the Bulls either. I dislike them both, to be honest, Sebastian. I was going to say, I was a bit confused. Although I do see Sebastian Harlequins versus Saracens. I think I could guess who you are going to be going for in that matchup tomorrow night. And also, Shane Morney has won 2 Lions Tour, 3 Tri Nations and World Cup. So Johnny Sexton has won what? And there as well, says Gareth, the hearts of the Irish population. Even that is a stretch, though, because a lot of Irish people don't seem to like him. Unfortunately, I can't understand why. And also, I love the suit. Irish says, Rich, appreciate you, mate. And we are wearing this one because, of course, it's a big match. And with a big match feel, we got a big match suit on. And we are rearing to go. Is that collar sitting right? Not really. It's kind of knocked up a little bit. Well, Mo, we'll fix that. Try and sit it down the way that it's supposed to. It's because I was having it leaning on the chair while I had a hoodie on earlier on. But currently, 26 kilometers of wind. It's like it's going to be a little bit maybe of rain, looking at the way that a few people in the crowd are dressed. They're wearing their raincoats. They're wearing an umbrella, or they've brought an umbrella to the rugby, which means they're expecting to get wet. But currently, the sun is out. So that is very good news. But they are just showing the Leinster lineup once again for who they are going to be going with. Big players to watch out for. Definitely Furlong. Also, Caelan Doris, Josh Van Den Fleur, the player of the year. And then Jack Conan slotting in there as the number 8. They've just got such a strong side for Leinster, and it's going to be hard, very difficult to beat them, taking place in Ireland. And the best thing that they can hope for is, I guess, what is the best thing they could hope for? Now I think about it, they probably, well, at the end of the day, Leinster, they won a home final, so they'll need to win this game. But the Bulls, if they can somehow get themselves a win, it would be massive for them. By the way, big love, Gareth and Katie. Hope you're doing well. Says Sebastian there. Now, Marcel Kurtzer, Arnold Borta, and Heinrich Lowe. Those are 3 big men of their own for the South Africans. And then you've got the youngsters at number 10 with Byrne and also Smith. And then Forster and Hendricks in the midfield. Looking forward to seeing what we see from Madosh Tumbwe out on the wing as well. And also Gareth and Sebastian, big love, brothers. So here's Katie Dixon there. Now, both of these sides about to make their way out onto the field, I think. I think that is possibly Jake White, is it? At the moment that they are showing. Plenty of flames, actually, at the ground now that I look at it. Also, hey, Katie and Sebastian, says Richard. And also, lots of love to my brother. We are going to have a good second test, says Gareth. Now charging out onto the field. The Bulls, the away side, they're wearing the white for this game. And big love, Richard. Says Sebastian there as well. I'm probably going to have to drink quite a bit of water throughout this live stream, or else my voice might completely disappear, which is the last thing that we want in this situation. Because as soon as I lose my voice, then I guess I lose my ability to talk, really. And that would be unfortunate. That was probably a drink that was slightly too large for the situation, because I'm probably going to run out of water at some stage in that second half. But we are ready to go now. Leinster making their way out onto the park, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, do let me know who you think will be able to win this game and who will be scoring the first try of this matchup. Because to be honest, these two sides, they are juggernauts of the competition. The Bulls always right up there on the table. And now we are going to get to see the Leinster men defending their throne. Andrea Piardi in charge of this one. And then also Craig Evans, Agneshi, and also Leperini as another man on the refereeing panel. But this game are now ready to go. It's a little bit behind. It was supposed to be kicking off at 6:35, but they are out there now. I think Jack Conan's asking for a ball. No one's been able to find where the ball is for this match to get underway. Marcel Kutzer doing a bit of a scan, trying to work out whereabouts it is. Does anyone know? Has anyone got the ball? Yes, he does now. Right, we're ready to go. And also, I think Josh van der Fleur is going to score the first try. And Katie Dixon, very good prediction there. And I will say it is, you know what, I'll go Jordan Lamar. They've just shown him and he looks like he's in good shape for this matchup. So we'll see how he goes in this one. But now we are ready to go for this game. The semi-final. I'm Greg Kenny. I did not see you for a while. So there's Richard there, but it's kicked off nicely into the 22 and taken nicely by the Bulls. Driving forward. It's a good run from Iron Ricklow straight away, making the meters. And also we have got there, no Katie, no Boone, no Potatoes scoring. Season's Gareth there. So I guess which Bulls player do you think will be able to score the first try, Gareth? Do let us know, but that's going to be kicked off from Zach Berger. Waiting for it to come down. It's a great kick of Madosh Dunboy. Unfortunately, something that has let him down quite a few times throughout the season. It is those handling errors. And he has just had an early one there. Madosh Dunboy trying to shake it out. Work out what went wrong there, but it is the penalty to Leinster, and you cannot afford to give them early penalties. It looks like now Ross Byrne, he will be kicking this one for the touchline. Leinster deciding to play relatively aggressive, but I believe that penalty, was it for in front of the kicker? Maybe a little bit of obstruction actually from Arno Borta. There wasn't a lot in it, but it is still going to be the penalty. And all potato scoring, says Katie Dixon. And also we have got the Dan Sheehan first try. Marcel to score the first try, says Gareth. Dan Sheehan throws it in, taken nicely at the front for Leinster. And a rolling maul, something that they are able to find very often throughout this season. Now only sitting 5 meters out from the line. And I should mention last week, Leinster just ran rampage up against their opponents, able to put on a total of about 79 points, and Leinster 60, the Bulls to 10. And this is Richard for the prediction. Now, once again, hanging on to this ball for Leinster, just round the side, it's Dan Sheehan. Good defense, solid defense from the Bulls. Now trying to go forward, I believe there was Andrew Porter having another crack, and also let's see tries scored by both captains. And there's Sebastian. Now around the side, Leinster once again using that big frame and that big forward pack that they have used so often throughout this season. It's stupid that South African teams are in the European competitions. And there says Jack. I mean, it makes sense for like the time zone type thing, but I guess it's a whole new challenge for the European side. So I think it's kind of cool in a way that we do get to see like a decent challenge for them as well. Because I guess at this stage, Leinster have been dominating for so long that they wanted a new challenge, and it could be in the form of one of these South African sides. Now only just short of the line now. Leinster once again passes it back across. Dan Sheehan doing nicely. Once again, it looks like an attack and run. He pops it up to McCarthy. Driven backwards. Brilliant work here from the Bulls. 10 phases in a row now. Dan Sheehan gets close. And also we there, Jack Cooney wide. There's Gareth there now going off to the short side. Robbie Henshaw just out up short. Good work from the Bulls, and it's stolen as well. Zach Burgers kicked it down the middle of the field, and now Jameson Gibson Park is on the retreat. Try and get this ball and keep it alive for Leinster. Trying to step around. He's found a beautiful offload, and now Jimmy O'Brien sees the space in behind. It could be kicked out on the full, though. Yes, it is. And it will be right back to where he kicked it from. Unfortunately, Jimmy O'Brien just getting too much on that kick. And the Bulls, that felt like longer than 3 minutes, to be honest. That felt like a very long opening little fixture starter for the semi-final. Also, we have got there, because it's called the European Championship for a reason. Says Jack there, and also very bad kick from Keenan. And I guess, I mean, the way that I look at it is it's the European Championship due to the fact that its competition's taking place in Europe, which is the URC now, which does involve South African sides. And well, it wasn't even Keenan. And there, as well, says Jack, now it was Jimmy O'Brien who did that kick. Did he end up getting it wrong? Was it stupid? The Sale Sharks been playing in Europe for years. It's basically the Safford district of Manchester, Biltong, and bright eyes everywhere, says Christian. Josh Van den Fleur has been extremely impressive throughout this season, and I feel he will be able to duplicate that performance that he has had for the season up against the Irish. That was a big shot from Ty Furlong, or for the Irish, I should say. Now Byrne goes back across Ringrose, trying to step on his inside, but Marcel Kutz able to drag him down. Leinster should have went the other side. Here's Richard. Trying to get over the ball. Zach Berg unable to do so. Now going back to oh, that was close to forward for Jameson Gibson Park, but he's once again going to have this ball available at the back. Passes it across, nicely taken by Robbie Henshaw, trying to attack the line, but this Bulls defense, it is physical. And that's going to be dropped there. Just a little bit of a blind pass going to McCarthy. He had Jack Conan in his way. Didn't quite see it coming for him. And also it's called URC Europe. is nowhere in that total. My good dude says Katie also we have got the G, and it's nice to see 4 more South African sides join the Sail Sharks, says Sebastian. Now currently sitting 5 minutes into this game. Looks like a nerve-wracking little moment for Jake White here as he sits there watching. Well, Hamish, very smart. But you need a Leinster or Ulster shirt, lol, says Karma Peach. And yeah, I mean, I'd love a Leinster kit, to be honest. It's a very crispy-looking kit. Same with, I mean, Ulster's is very nice as well. But if I had to pick out of the two, I'd probably go a Leinster. But we got the suit on. Leinster, they've got the darker of the tie, and the Bulls have got the lighter polka dots. And also, I think it's good. The Sun and them have said, dominate World Rugby overall. It's good for the North. I believe this game will be a shocker final. Will be played in Cape Town, says Apple Kitchens there. And also, don't you talk about my second Sharks, says Gareth. Now, it looks like a little bit of, I guess you'd say, a little bit of disruption at scrum time. So both of these sides looking to continue being dominant. Because that's the thing, scrum time for both of these sides, when you've got the big men in the front rows that you've got here, you're going to be able to make some decent meters when it comes to not just the running game, but also just using that brute force. And also, Katie, European Rugby Championship Cup, it does go Bulls go, says Reed Nichols. And also, it is interesting that Leinster have used 60 players this season. Geez, that's a rotation and a half, isn't it? They have got a hugely deep squad. But yeah, your European Rugby Champions Cup, the reason it's called that isn't so much as the teams based out of Europe, it's the European competitions for it, if that makes sense. So you wouldn't see anyone from the Currie Cup making it in, but because it is the URC, that's kind of how it works. And also we've got the theory of the Bulls, and we won't guess where the final is being played. And also we aren't talking about the European Champions Cup, we're talking about URC and United Rugby Championship, says Apple Kitchen. And there as well, but Zach Berger now to feed. Nope, doesn't get that ball in, Zach Berger. The penalty goes against the Bulls, and Leinster are able to win themselves the early penalty. It looks like they will be kicking this one for touch. And also, you'll talk about URC and my boy. As currently now 7 minutes into this one, and it is going to be kicked into touch once again for Leinster. But I think Andrew Porter, and that would have been up against Mornay Smith. Oh, tell you what, Leinster, looking at that replay, they were probably a little bit lucky, but Dan Sheehan doing nicely. Getting that ball with Zach Berger. He looks like he's going to be a feisty man for the early stages of this game. Jameson gives him part, passes it back across. It's going to be Kalen Doris now. Big shot on his midsection, but he stays just on his feet. Change my name, says peace and happiness. I can't believe we're into the semi-finals phase and we're still having the discussion about South African teams playing in Europe. I get a grip of the competition's been top-notch. And there as well, says Sebastian. And also might not necessarily be a big bad thing, just a bit confusing. Same with Eurovision. And there, but now Kana Moody passes on the inside, straight into the hands of David Creel. Passing it back across to Mornay Smith once again, getting another carry. So I think this game is going to be one in the forwards, as we're already seeing the penalty go in the way of Leinster at scrum time. Now Zach Berger putting up another box kick. Waiting for this one to come down, taken nicely. Oh, here you go. Keenan lined up there by Rowan Nokia. Now going short side, Jamison Gibson Park, off into the hands of Ringrose. Looking for the kick in behind. It looks like it might be curling quite nicely, but Cannon Moody is back to clean up there. And that's a low skidding kick, but it's actually pretty effective, to be fair. And Ringrose just dancing. And there's Jack, but it's going to be taken nicely. Well, Leinster currently sitting inside of their own half, and they might be considering a box kick here as well very soon. Going short side, great run forward from Dan Sheehan, using that acceleration that the big man has now. Ringrose, once again with a nice step, Fonzie offload to Kalen Doris. Another offload from Leinster. They are trying to keep this ball alive as quickly as possible. And as I clip it, I called it. And there says Jack Cooney. Now passing it back across. Now not quite able to find that offload. Now he does find it. Ross Byrne kicks it in behind. It's going to be a foot race here. And Cannon Moody not quite able to get it. Dan Sheehan now he slides just over. And that will be the try for Dan Sheehan. That was rough from the Bulls at the back, I should say. Just ended up going wrong. And also USC have been good. But the Welsh, shame they could go play VODACOM Cup or something. They just aren't good enough. And whereas the final with Leinster and Ulster win, I believe it would be taking place as a Leinster home game. So more than likely, we will be seeing it take place at the Aviva. And try to the Leinster. Says it was Katie Dixon there. As also what we will quickly do is we will go Leinster. Oh, not Leinster. Leinster try scorers. But Dan Sheehan, he's just slid in like he is some sort of penguin there. He's probably slid about 4 meters. It's almost gone through the legs of David Krill, which he will be very disappointed with, as it was not the way that he saw it going. But Dan Sheehan now has been able to score the first try of the match for Leinster, and that is in the 9th minute of the game that he has been able to get it. There we go. We will have that, and we will go like that as well. Good guess, Jack. And then if anyone wants the lottery numbers, you know where I am. And also Leinster first blood and fantastic try. There's Richard. Now 25 meters out from the line. It is going to be Ross Byrne lining up this kick. And the crowd, of course, when you're in Ireland, they are completely silent. You can hear a pin drop at the ground. Ross Byrne trying to line up this kick. Of course, starting this match rather than Johnny Sexton, who will be coming off the bench a little bit later on. He strikes it nicely. He gets plenty of height on it there, but that one has gone over, and it will now be 7-0 for Leinster over the Bulls. So good early start at the RDS Stadium. And now Dan Sheehan. It was Robbie Henshaw initially. The offloading game from Leinster has been precise, always finding the man they are after. And then Ross Burns kicked him behind. And then it just went really, really wrong, I guess is the best way of describing it, for the Bulls at the back. Not what they wanted in that situation, but they will be looking to fire back relatively quickly, I would be thinking. We'll go like that, and there we go. Just making sure we are running smoothly. I had to reset my modem a couple times before this live stream, and also Bulls will come back. Damn. And there says Apple Kitchen. Yeah, they're a strong side, the Bulls, and we know that they're not out of a game till the last minute of a match. Kane and Moody taking that one nicely. And that's the thing. One mistake was all that try was for the Bulls, and they'll just have to make sure that they go all right. And also, Jack, relax. Bulls are going to win. And also, we have got that was Leinster's last try, says Hannah Paul. And then Irish teams have gone clear. And quick question, are these South African teams the best in the Curry Cup? Says Richard. Surprisingly, not completely. And the reasoning behind it is if they had their full strength sides, they would be. But because they've got so many sides, or so many players in the URC compared to the Curry Cup, because there were actually Curry Cup fixtures earlier tonight. So because of that, these sides have really had to test out their depth. But it's a good feeding system for the URC sides, I would say. But on a good day, like these sides would love to be up there, such as the Bulls, the Sharks. They are normally tough sides to beat. But currently this year, I think it is the Cheetahs who are doing very well for themselves. And Curry Cup is a different language. And there says Apple Kitchen. Now Jamison gives him passes it back across the Burn. Nice step once again. Jordan Lamar, a long way off his wing, actually more on the left wing than the right there. Jamison Gibson Park goes back across the Burn. That was very flat. And that has been dropped, so it's going to be the advantage now to the Bulls. Marcel Kutsia passes off to Smith. Quick hands from Johan Grobler. Nicely done by Arno Borta. Now off to Madosh Tumbwe. Speed and precision down the wing, but he has been tackled nicely by the defence. I don't know why, but a Munster jersey would suit DJ Perenara and Cheetahs. Having a great Curry Cup season, I think. So yeah, Sebastian, and also we have got their Bulls. Gun guts. I assume that is that the Bulls are going to come back. Something along those lines. I actually don't know a lot of my Afrikaner. I only know Yawaleka Ding and also Bayadonki. That is the only things that I know, unfortunately. I feel like I want to learn more. And with the Curry Cup finals coming up, maybe we do get to learn just a little bit more of it as well. But that is now the penalty to the Bulls, and they will be taking on the opportunity to take the 3. Player leaving his feet. Unfortunately, Kalen Doris just putting that one down, and also Hano pulled definitely. And then also Bulls can't be stopped is my guess. And then also we have got there about the Stormers. I assume that is something to do with the fact that the Stormers, I know what the third word of that is, which is that they're normally not great. I assume, maybe. And also we have got there why what he was on his feet, says Richard there, and also perfect kick, says Jack. Now it will be Chris Smith getting ready to line up this one. From about 40 meters out, probability of 70%. So should have a relatively good chance of getting this one over for Christopher Smith. And he has got that one nice kick. Indeed, and that one has gone down the middle. 14 minutes gone now, and it's 7 points to 3 in favour of Leinster. So they are still in the lead, but that gap has narrowly decreased just a little bit more. Now the difference of 4 points. Ball back on the halfway line. Leinster will be kicking off this one. The thing is, I feel like 3s are going to be very important in finals rugby because you never know when the 3 that you take could be the difference of a win and a loss. Nicely taken, though, by big Heinrich Lowe using his size. Now Zach Berger looks like he's almost ready to fire it back into the pocket after a couple more phases in the Leinster team. Which club game they are from? And there's Estevita So which club game are they from? So I guess the best way of describing it is they are one of the top sides, if not the top side in Ireland at the moment. And also I love that I can read if all in the chat this evening use English. And also we have got that. I mean, please. Says Sebastian, and also the Leinster team, which club? Oh, no, I read that one. And also we have got their Stormers is going to crush the Bulls in the final in Cape Town. And what is the greatest rugby duo of all time? I know that there's a lot right up there. I know for a lot of Kiwis, I know we were talking about it earlier, actually, now that I think about it. And Frank Bunce was a name that came to mind for quite a few people. But duos, see, that's the thing. Are we thinking duos as in two props? Are we thinking 6 and 7? Like centers, wingers? What are we going with? And Bulls versus the Stormers final. And there's Apple and also Antoinette. Or Internet. Hopefully I've said that correctly. And said, okay. And then, hello, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Still hanging on to this ball. Leinster 40 metres out from the line now. And that's going to be the penalty to the Bulls. There are a few Bulls supporters by the sounds of it at the ground. It's going to be another penalty. I think that time against Caelan Doris. Also, they're going to mow them in Cape Town. There's peace and happiness there. It's nicely done once again by the Bulls in the breakdown. That seems to be somewhere that they are trying their absolute best to get the early momentum and come on. Leinster, says Luke Conway there. And also we've got there Dupre's in Monty Smith. And there Murray and Sexton was a class duo. Says it was Jack Cooney, and also Stormers are going to win. Says Etienne. And also, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Am I saying that correctly? Etienne? Is it Etienne? Hopefully, I feel like I'm well and truly messing up the pronunciation of that, so I do apologize big time. That one, but yeah, whoever wins this game will be facing off against the winner of Ulster versus the Stormers. That is the game tomorrow night, and we will be covering that on the channel as well. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But now Johan Robbela about to throw this ball and goes to the front to Ruanokia. And now just outside of the 22. The Bulls are going to be going for it, and also it will be an all-island final. It's Wet Willie, bro. You remember me? Oh, I see. Well, peace and happiness is certainly a lot different to Wet Willie. All right, but yeah, I hope you are doing well. Would you prefer to be called Wet Willie or peace and happiness? Willie, do let me know. Nice run, Heinrich Lowe. Has already made about 20 metres or so. Probably one of the most out of any forward in this semi-final. Now Zach Berger goes back to Mornay Stain. In fact, that was actually, the man at number 1, and it was Stinkamp. And I was like, oh, blue, or the Blue Bulls. And also, can you rank every continent for their rugby international teams 1 to 7? Probably not without some heavy thoughts, I would think, overall. And also, we have got the, why don't you show the game highlights, says Peter. It's pretty much all down to licensing. Because of copyright, if we were to show any match footage or audio, they take us off YouTube for 3 months, which is quite a long time. Round the side, Heinrich Lowe. To be fair, he deserves a try, but he's going to be just short of the line once again. But the highlights will be on the URC YouTube channel, so I do recommend checking those out as soon as the game is finished. Only inches out now. Round the side, Marcel Kurtzau. It's going to be the advantage in favour of the Bulls. Getting closer. Now Zach Berger fires it out wide. Cannon Moody puts it down, and there will be the try for the Bulls. And they have got one back. Well, 6 and 7 is probably Antarctica and South America, says Jack. And also, I'm supporting the Bulls today. Let's go with Wet Willie. And also, Peace Happy and Wet Willie. That's a crackerjack of a Willie. And also, my brother's name is Marnitz. And there, so hopefully I pronounced that not too badly. And there as well. But that is going to be the try for the Bulls now. Getting straight back into it. And Cannon Moody being able to cannon his way over the try line. Yeah, the wing. And we will add that in the 19th minute. Another nice try for the Bulls. And Heinrich Lowe, he's unlucky not to get that one because he was very close, and also he threw it down. That can't stand. Oh, okay, no, they're looking at it again. I think he might have dropped that in that replay. Oh, has he got a finger on it? Oh, no, that doesn't look too good for him. And also, can you speak Afrikaans? Unfortunately, not. I only know Yao Lekker Ding, and also alongside that, I know Baya Donkey, but those are the only ones, unfortunately. And also, we have got there, shout out to Terry and Casper, who's also streaming this commentary. There's Ruddy and Low, and also we have got there, OEF'd it up. Did indeed. And also, my dad named me after Tine Bota. And there. And also, hi, says Setwell, welcome into the live stream. Hope you are doing well. Cannon Moody. Nope, that is separation. So that is now going to be a no try for the Bulls. That is a big blow. Here we go. We'll go like that. So that's a massive mistake from Cannon Moody because that was a run-and try that should have been scored. But that's going to be the mistake. And the Bulls, they may go on to regret that one. Of course, we're still very early on in the game. And also he botched at times about $1 billion. I think that is from Katie. A massive mistake from Cannon Moody. And like they're saying, they're going back for the penalty for offside anyway, so that is useful for them. And also watching from Greece, go Bulls. See, it's Adrian there. And also I'd go 1 Europe, 2 Oceania, 3 Africa, 4 Asia, 5 North America, 6 South America, and 7 Antarctica. And bad defense, Leinster, nobody down the middle. If not, a try may defend better. And well, that was pointless, Leinster, says Jack Kitty. And also we got the go Bulls, says Gideon. So now it looks like they are going to go for all. Looks like it's going to be the pick and go here for the Bulls. So being aggressive here nice and early on. Nice one from Heinrich Low. Now Johan Grobel at that time, it's over. And it's going to be a little bit of an easier kick as well. So the Bulls get their try anyway. It just took about a minute more. And it's going to be Johan Grobel who was able to score it. Very nicely done. Yes, at the end of the day, you give away a penalty only a few meters out from the line. You're always going to be under pressure. And Johan Grobel this time has been able to go in and score himself the try. It was just the quick tap. Heinrich Low, ball on the inside. And Johan Grobel, as soon as he saw a half at gap, he was through. And that is going to be the try for the Bulls. So, yeah, very weird. It was a no try, and then they got it straight away after that. And also the South African flag says Gareth there, and go the Bulls, says Sinead. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. It is our second channel. I will quickly put the link in the chat, but we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers over there. So if you do want to help us out, it is hugely appreciated. And yeah, we are actually only around maybe 60 away at this stage. We're on 938. So if you do want to help us out, it is very hugely appreciated. That kick has gone in off, and that is very nicely done, Jack, my guy. You're slightly ahead. Please don't spoil in the chat. Wait until Hamish reacts to it. Cheers. See Sebastian there as well. But that is the link to the Kiwi Lad Sports. Be sure to subscribe over there, as we are hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of Super Rugby. We've only got 1 more week left. So, yeah, if you don't want to help us out, hugely appreciate it. But that kick, we're going over, I should say. So now the Bulls are leading this game 10 points to 7 over Leinster. It's kicked deep into the Bulls 22. Big shot there on, I believe it was Heinrich Low. He has been absolutely everywhere in the early stages of this match. Now Zach Berger fires it back across to Mornay Smith at number 3. And they've got some very good experience coming off the bench in the later stages for the Bulls, and they are strong. They are indeed. They're looking good early on, the Bulls. Definitely their loose forward trio. Zach Berger looking to put this one up high. Waiting for it to come down. Not taken cleanly by Jimmy O'Brien. Massive knock on now. Grubela goes back across to Chris Smith, who was looking for the 50-22, but he's well and truly sliced that one. And it will be going out on the full. They've said no advantage because it went out on the full. They are going back for the scrum. Is it second half? No, we are still only 20 minutes through this game. There's still plenty of time left. And this matchup between the two sides. Jimmy O'Brien, just massive knock on there. It went probably a good 5 meters forward. I'm hoping the scoreboard updates very soon, because the Bulls, they were able to get that kick over, I should mention. So we'll see whether or not it does work that one out. But the scrum feed now in favour of the Bulls. It didn't quite go off the foot the way that Chris Smith would have liked, but the position currently for Leinster, 56% and 54% territory. So just a little bit less for the Bulls in 20 minutes in, friend. And then go the Blues, or the Bull. And there's Session A, and that is going to be pre-engage. It does mean that they are going to have another scrum reset, and Leinster wake up, says Richard. And yeah, that's the thing. Leinster, they will not be happy about how that Champions Cup game went last week in their semi-final, or quarter-final, sorry. They absolutely smashed, I guess is the best way of describing it. They won that game by about 60 points, whereas the Bulls, they had their last-minute win over the Sharks, which was a lot closer of an affair. And also Leinster wake up, and also thanks, Katie. So there's Gideon there. Bringing the ball on once again. Now it is available at the back. Zach Berger passes across to Chris Smith. Now one more pass. Cannon Moody, the youngster, finding the offload now to David Creel, unable to find that offload that he was after. And straight on the ball, Jameson gives him part, but it is the penalty now. And the 11 was in the way. I believe that was... Who's that? I recognize him. Oh, in fact, it was Jordan Lamar, I think. No, it was the number 11. Who's their 11? I'm going to have to quickly have a look at the lineups, because I remember him, but I don't. Oh, it's Rory O'Loughlin. How did I forget his name? But that is now going to be going into touch. And now about 10 metres out, the Bulls are going to have another line out. No way, says Richard. And also we're the Bulls. And thanks, Katie. And also the thumbs up. And also Liquor Man Liquor. There's Apple Kitchens. It looks like the back line of the Bulls is looking pretty crisp. And the offload game, I think, is going to be key for both of these sides. The way that we've seen the ball moving early on. Yes, says Apple would also smash them Bulls. The Irish front row is trash against South African teams. Says Gareth. Now 24 minutes through this game. And the Bulls, they have currently got themselves a 10-7 lead. Even though the scoreboard only wants to give them 8. Throwing it to the back. Nicely taken now. Back to Heinrich Low. And I mean, he's picking the perfect time to start to find some very, very good running meters, because whoever's watching this as a Springboks coach might be saying, who knows, maybe we'll give him a crack as well. But now get him very close. Johan Gruvela only a couple meters out from the line. Now it's short ball. Marcel Kutzer runs it in. And it's going to be another try to the Bulls there. Nicely done. Straight through the middle. Marcel Kutzer has been able to get himself a try. Are they checking this one? Is that what they were saying? Okay, they're making sure there's no knock-on the ground. Where does this ball pop out? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's on that far side. They've got to check whether or not there was a slide knock-on, and I think we're going to need a different angle. Okay, it just bobbles a little bit. I think it's gone backwards. And I believe that try is going to stand for Marcel Kutzer. And he has now scored himself the try early on. And also my time is different, says it. And also I have no idea how the Italian got the semi-final. Says it was Richard. And also we have got there Go Bull, says Sinead. And also we have got, earlier on from Apple Kitchen. Oh. Okay, they're actually checking this one again. I thought that they had already checked. That was very loud. And also, again, Amish Blackcats dominated day one with Daryl Mitchell and Tom Blundell. I'm looking for hundreds tomorrow. You see this test match in the bags with Kiwis or not? Nah. Far from in the bag. Because whatever New Zealand can do here, England can also have a good chance of being able to do in their first inning. So I think it's still early on, but we're certainly getting a good foundation. Right. Where does this ball pop out? I think it was it a strip by an Irish player? I think Jack Conan might have gotten on that. Okay, this angle will show it. First of all, around the side, was it Dan Sheehan who got the strip? I think it was Jack Conan, and I would say that's gone backwards. And also, we got there, Liquor Ball, says Gideon. So that will be another try to the Bulls now. And it will be standing as the try now. 15 points to the Bulls. 7 to Leinster, and they have now got themselves an 8-point lead. And now Chris Smith strikes us straight down the middle, and the Bulls have got a nice early one. And also we've got there, is that clean water or is it spiked? It is clean water at this stage. It is 7 a.m. here, so I decided I'd better drink some more water, keep hydrated, so that we can do all of our talk and live streams tomorrow as well. We have got Super Rugby, Brumbies versus Blues as the semi-final. Then we are also going to be doing the Stormers up against Ulster. So that is going to be in less than 24 hours time. In fact, about 17 hours time, or maybe a little bit more. It's going to be a knock on now from the Bulls. So that is a good mistake for Leinster to get just outside of the 22 of the away side. And also, as they say, don't judge a performance for the other team bats. So here's Gareth there. And also we have got there, or next Saturday. So it is this Saturday that they will be playing Etaner. And we are going to be covering that one on the channel as well. And also we have got there so much for an England new head coach, says Richard. And also it is here 10. And also is there Super Rugby, says Gideon Kutzer. There is indeed. So it is going to be the Brumbies taking on the Blues. And that is actually kicking off in exactly 12 hours time. And that will be an absolutely awesome one. I was like, Hamish, do you use any set, wet, gel, or color you're here to get brownish color? Nah, it's just all natural, I guess you could say, for the coloring. Never really been one of those guys who would dye my hair blonde or pink or green or any of those other colors. Just leave it the same as it normally is, to be honest. Now, Jack Conan being tackled. It's another penalty going the way of Leinster. Now, they will more than likely kick it for the corner. Come on, the Ulstermen. And they are going to be playing in their game tomorrow night up against the Stormers. Should be a very entertaining one. Then after that game, we might even get to do the Leinster, or not Leinster, the Leicester versus Northampton game. Okay, Leinster kicking this one for the corner. So they've decided that now is the time to try and really up the tempo. 100% natural hair color, 10 out of 10. The Storms versus Bulls in the final. says Shanae. And of course, that game would be taking place from South Africa as well, if that was the case. Now, Dan Sheehan to throw this ball in nicely. Oh, no, it's not nicely taken by Leinster. They had it in their hands, but then it did get stripped, and the Bulls have been able to take this one back. Currently 27.5 minutes through this first half. Go on, Leinster, says Katie. Nice run from Myrick Lowe once again, making a couple extra meters, and Zach Berger about to put up the box kick. It's a good kick from Berger. Doesn't find touch. Goes into the hands of O'Loughlin. That was flat. And it goes off to Jimmy O'Brien trying to break through. This defense from the Bulls so far has been pretty defensively sound. And the other side of things is they're always committing a man to the breakdown. That's going to be now knocked on by Ryan Beard. It's back in the hands of the Bulls. Kicking this one downfield from Foster, but it's charged down. And a little bit of extra pressure. Nope, they're going back for the initial scrum. And also go the Bulls, says Gideon. And also it will be Stormers versus the Bulls, says Etienne. And also, come on, Leinster, says Katie. And there as well. So I guess by the sounds of it, a lot of people back in the Stormers to be able to win the game tomorrow up against Ulster. And do let me know your score predictions, not just for that game, but also for this game, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think will be taking this one out? Currently a 10-point lead in favour of the Bulls, but Leinster, they love finishing a game quick. And what a question do you hear? Says Nazi Williams. Yeah, I haven't quite had to yet. I find the occasional grey here, but I think that's just from stress. Now 29 minutes through. And still another chance. And please not the Stormers, says Gideon. And also we over there about the Bulls as well from Gareth, which I assume is go the Bulls maybe. Go the Bulls, do the thing. I have no idea about my Afrikaans, unfortunately. I hope that one day I can learn a little bit more. I only know those two sentences of Yao Lekkerding and also Buy a Donkey, but that is it at this stage, unfortunately. And also we've got that in the Bulls. If the Bulls score again, it is good night for Leinster. And also, Donkey Gareth, well said, says Shanae. And also, my God, I am shocked how bad Leinster are so far, although now that's a good run forward from, I believe, it was Jimmy O'Brien. Tyke Furlong, one of the first carries of the match. Oh, Jameson gives him back. He's not happy with the referee here. He passed it straight into him, and the referee said play on, and it was turned over. And the worst thing is Greg Pewitt. Yeah, that's going to be now a scrum feed for the Bulls. Oh, no, he got it around the wrong way. He meant to say that it was a scrum feed to Leinster. Oh, a little bit of nervous energy for the referee out there, I would think. More likely by a donkey. And yeah, a donkey. And then speaking of died here, is Big Petty blue yet? I don't believe so. I don't think he's died it at this stage. Jameson gives him back. Referee was just skipping, not even looking. And Ross Byrne was saying, it's our ball. The referee said, yep, sorry about that one. Went the wrong way. And also awkward, says Katie Nixon, currently on the halfway line. 2 tries already for the Bulls, 1 for Leinster. And they've got 10 minutes to try and get themselves a little bit further back into this match before we get to the second half. A little bit of early movement. It's a free kick now to Leinster. They might consider, yes, they do take the quick tap. Now after Ross Byrne, linking up kick down the middle. It's a nothing kick from Leinster, though. Straight into the hands of Kanan Moody, who is able to kick it back downfield and has got some good distance on it. Now goes down to the 22. Plenty of time for Ross Byrne to find the return kick. But Leinster losing a lot of territory, Drew, to the way that they kick that one. Now a bit of skill from Adosh Tambwe. Able to control it with the foot and now attacking the line. He's run straight into his teammate, and that will be a penalty to Leinster. That is very lucky for the men in the blue. Roa Nokia just apologising for that one being in front where he shouldn't have been, and that is going to be obstruction. And yeah, unfortunately, just trying to get through the gap. Didn't quite open up, though. Okay, I see some very dark clouds in the background. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And also, Hamish, who is in the All Blacks? Or who are the All Blacks playing in the upcoming tour in July? So they have got a 3-match series up against Ireland before we get into the Rugby Championship. But also playing up against Ireland are the Māori All Blacks. So they will have 2 matches up against them. That will be coming up relatively soon. And oh my God, ref, I won't be booking a ticket to France next year, that's for sure. There's Richard there. Okay, the Blues on the line. Looks like they're having a little bit of trouble at line-out time currently. It's going to be thrown in nicely, taken by James Ryan. And now that rolling maul once again gets another opportunity to start. It's an advantage already to Leinster. It's been pushed out the back now. Josh van der Fleur goes off to Byrne. Nice link-up play here. Beautiful flick out the back for Leinster. Now attack and run from Jordan Lamar. Being taken down, 10 out. Jamison gets the bag, looks to the short side. Nice inside ball popped up to Dan Sheehan, already scoring one try throughout this game. That looks pretty good for the Bulls, though, over the ball. But he is, unfortunately, given away the penalty there for Heinrich Lowe for not rolling away for his teammate. Now running hard, McCarthy. And again, throw brilliantly done there. And there will be the try for Robbie Henshaw. And we are hosting Wales and South Africa and Ireland. Good luck, Hamish. Says Sinead there. But yeah, that's going to be a pretty awesome series, Wales versus South Africa. And we will be covering those games on the channel. So even though they're on at random hours of the night, New Zealand time, we will still be live onto the channel for that one. But Robbie Henshaw able to score that try. And now Leinster back in this game a little bit more. It was a perfect time, really, for them to get back into it as we are getting closer and closer to the halftime break. And also Joshua tried to the Leinster, and also Yana said, go Bulls, are you tired? Is the game that boring, says Peter? Pretty much the gist of it is I have been up for, I don't even know how many hours, probably about 16, something along those lines. So I do apologize for the occasional yawn, but it is 7 a.m. here and we have been up all night. So that is why the occasional yawn does sneak in to the game. But before that, we were up for about 24 hours. So might be still a little bit behind in the sleep. And August All Black versus the Bok. Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see. And also it's raining, Amish. So here's Richard there. And now Ross Byrne about to line it up. And also Leinster always good, says Gideon there. And also the Bull, says Sinead. Looks like there's a player down and back player. I want to say that it's Heinrich Lowe, but I hope it's not because he's been going well. And also, Katie, you may buy a Leinster jersey. It's going to be a nice strike of the ball. That one has gone over for Leinster. And now only 3 points difference between the two sides after 33 minutes. Leinster sitting on 14 and the Bulls sitting on 17. But it was actually Robbie Henshaw's offload that initially started that brilliant run from Jordan Lamar. And then from there, Robbie Henshaw just saw the opportunity to take that ball around the side of the breakdown, put it down over. And that is going to be a very nice try for Robbie Henshaw and Leinster. Now taken nicely, Jack Conan running hard at the line. And that is actually Arnold Borta, I believe, the man who was initially down and also not too quick. And maybe one day when they aren't like $1 billion, says Katie, or the Leinster kick. That one goes out on the full, does it? No, it must have been just inside of the 22, they have said, for Jamison Gibson Park. So he has worked out not too badly for him there. And also Bulls all the way. And Leinster beat us 33 earlier to 3. What I hope is for the Bulls to hit Leinster. Good luck, Bulls. And F1 Red Bull. There's Andrew there. Yeah, 31-3 in the earliest game that we did see in the season. And that's the thing. That was the first time a lot of these players would have seen the South African guys in person playing rugby. So it's quite awesome to see how much the competition has squeezed down and become competitive throughout the season. I'm pretty sure that isn't how Leinster saw the scoreboard near halftime. South Salamine, exactly right. They would have liked to be ahead by quite a bit. And when they scored that early try, Dan Sheehan, they would have felt like they had the confidence to be able to go on, but struggling just a little bit. But now they have got themselves another scrum feed here, Leinster, and it seems like they're starting to find their stride in the last stage. And also €100, Katie, and also other big boys smashing the Irish counterparts, says Gareth. The big boy, I'm not sure what that means, but I assume it means something along the lines of the big bulls, maybe. And also that's cheap, says getting in there. And also jet lag is setting in. Bulls start like a house on fire, but now they're running out of steam, says Cameron. So they'd certainly love to be able to win this match and head back to South Africa if their teammates, or their countrymen, I should say. And what's that in dollars? Says Richard there. And the tackles made currently is sitting at 44. If the tackles missed of 4, and then Bulls have actually made 43 tackles with the tackles missed of 4. So extremely even between these two sides at this point in time. Jamison Gibson Park just about to put that ball in. He was too busy looking at his backline rather than watching when he needed to put the ball in. It's a big push. The front row has gone up, but too much movement is the call from the referee. Oh, is Tyke Furlong all right? He looks like he's staying down a little bit longer. And it looks like there's a little bit of push and shove as well while we're out there. Just because if we didn't think that tensions were running high here and Awesome Bulls and All Ireland final and Farmer Sons, I see. See, I feel like I do need to learn some more Afrikaans. It's hard to trust who to listen to for the Afrikaans side of things, though, because I know that a couple of people, when I've asked for sentences in the past, have just sworn at me and then I've repeated it, which hasn't gone well. And Leinster 176, Glasgow Warriors 14, lol. Yeah, they had a very big game for their quarterfinal. It looks like the HIA for number 14, which will be David Kriel, going off the field now. They're just going to check his head out, see whether or not he is still all right. And also the Farm Boys, says Jan there. Okay, Kurt Leorenza will be making his way out onto the field to replace him. 36 minutes through this game, and only 3 points difference, so it is extremely close. Aseblev, hopefully I've said that correctly. Is that please, Gideon? Do let me know if I've got the pronunciation somewhere near correct for that one. But I wouldn't be surprised if I had it well and truly wrong, to be honest. I'm not the best with my Afrikaans. I've only just managed to get a few of these names rolling off the tongue not too badly. Now, Jamison Gibson Park puts a ball in 40 metres out from their line here now. Leinster, he has been told to use it. It's gone down on the front row now. Attack and run from Gibson Park. Is it off to Byrne now? Backline. This is looking good here. Bango. Straight into him. And that was Cannon Moody with a very hard attack and tackle on his opposite number, Jimmy O'Brien. I don't think I've used the word bango on my live streams before, so that's a new one. Ringrose able to find that offload back. Ball still available for Leinster. Gibson Park passes it back. Kalen Doris, quick pass up. Ball to McCarthy. And also we have got there, your mother's juice. Well, that's a fun sentence. And also remember that game, Puma versus Cheetahs, though, is AF. And this is Atene. Now let's kick downfield. Taken nicely by Jimmy O'Brien. And also, you're doing great things for this. Says, yeah, no worries at all. And we will be covering plenty more of the URC games and also all of the international matches that we can. And also Super Rugby thrown in there for good measure. Now, flat ball, good run from McCarthy. He's made quite a few meters as well. Probably the most for the Irish forwards. Now, nice step from Jimmy O'Brien trying to spin out of the tackle. Ruanokia. He's been able to drag him down. Now, Gibson Park goes off to Byrne. Trying to keep the acceleration and the speed of their backline crisp here for Leinster. Normally very strong in a breakdown. Is that a turnover? Yes, it is. Brilliantly done by the Bulls, although I think Jameson Gibson Park might be able to take it back there. No, unable to get the grip strength going. Now Stenkamp trying to break his way through. It looks like the rain is starting to pour there at RDS Arena. Now 14 metres out. It looks like at the moment the referee has told Leinster to shut up pretty much in the nicest way possible, and also bringing on the reserves ASAP in the second half of the Bulls squad, and also second half Bulls will play, and also Bulls trademark turnovers, says Gideon there. Currently, the Bulls, they have got themselves the possession. Currently, also Spark Sport in New Zealand is having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the connection. It looks like, unfortunately, Madosh Tumbwe unable to hang on to that one, having the knock on, and it does now lead to another opportunity for Leinster. Only a few minutes left of this first half as well. More than likely, maybe one last attack and play. You see the turnover, though. I believe it was Johan Robela just kept his head down low, and I don't think they realised that he had his hands on the ball. It should cause all kinds of problems for them, that situation. But currently 39 minutes through. Like I mentioned, one last attack and play for the Leinster men as the rain pours down. The sun is certainly gone at this point in time. And also knock on. So he's getting in. Also, here comes the rain. The Bulls in trouble now. Here's Cameron. Now going forward. That was close to a penalty advantage there for Leinster. And I believe this has got to be one now. Yes, it does. And now Jameson Gibson Park flicks it out through his legs. A little bit of silky skill there. Ross Byrne kicks it downfield. Interesting choice when you've got the advantage. And now it's going back for the initial penalty. And Mornay Stone running a good kicking game, says Gareth. And also we have got the 8 p.m. and I might go to bed. I'm not used to this, says Jack Cooney. And yeah, I guess that's the thing. It's a relatively late game, I guess, compared to some of the URC ones that we've seen, isn't it? Because I know that it's probably, I hope that the final is taking place at like 3 a.m. New Zealand time rather than being, I guess, this time New Zealand, just because it is a little bit later on. And yeah, Mornay Stone must come up. And an interesting stat that I have got about Mornay Stone and Johnny Sexton. These two men are 1 year apart. Sexton is 36, Mornay Stone is 37, and they are actually both born on the 11th of July, which is a stat that I didn't know about. Mornay is like 65, need to retire, says Gideon. And although he's not the oldest player out there, Bismarck Duplessis, 38 years old. He is the oldest player. It is really bucketing down at the moment. But now 40 minutes through this game. Attack and run from Leinster. They've got one last attack before we go into halftime. Jordan Lamar with a good carry forward, but Marcel Kurtzak gets him down, and the Bulls must score another try to stay in the game. Yeah, another try would be very useful. More than a lead of only the 3 would be extremely handy here. But Tyke Furlong now goes off to Jameson Gibson Park. Back again to Andrew Porter. Trying to get the turnover there. Marcel Kurtzi was able to get one a little bit earlier on. Also getting himself a try earlier. And the birthday boys. There's Katie Dixon there. And also Thunder and Lightning due in Ireland tonight, says Richard. So I think the camera, by the looks of it, is really working hard to try and keep it bright. That ball might go into touch. Doesn't know it stays in the field of play. Not quite taken by Jimmy O'Brien. That one is still alive here. That is brilliantly done by the Bulls. And now it's a penalty to Leinster. So that is not brilliantly done by the Bulls at the very last moment. But that was not very good from Leinster. They almost cost themselves another try right at the end. They might consider taking the quick tap and kick for touch, do they? Yes, they do. They tap it. They kick it out. And now we're going into halftime. And it is going to be 17 points to the Bulls, 14 to Leinster at halftime in this matchup. A close game of footy, it certainly is. And also always interesting. Here's Gideon, and the final is 6 or 6:30 p.m. next Saturday, Irish time. 6 or 6:30. So what time is it currently for you, Richard? Do let me know. But if it is nearly 8 p.m., I think that would be 5 or 5:30 a.m. New Zealand time, if I'm not wrong. At the moment, the kids are running out onto the field and they are going to get absolutely drenched here. But that is normally the fun thing of playing when you are a youngster in the rugby world. You just want to get as dirty as physically possible. And how the Bulls not get a penalty. He was holding on to the ball. There's Cameron there and also g'day Hamish. Looking dapper, mate. Cheers all. There's David the Modern. Welcome in, mate. Good morning, I guess I should say there for it being 7:22. But yeah, I hope you did have a good sleep and a good weekend so far. I think, wait, are we Saturday now? I guess a good Friday it would be. I always forget what day we're on. I feel like it's a Sunday already, and it's currently 8:22 in Ireland. Okay, so yeah, that would be probably 5 or 5:30 for ourselves in Leinster, losing at home with a full-strength squad. So yes, Gareth, although they're at RDS, which I know is probably not their preferred location for Leinster. Not making excuses for them, of course, but I'm sure they'd love to be at the Aviva for that final if they do make it through. And also about 4 in New Zealand then, says Jack. And also the 4 says Internet. And also we have got no, says Internet as well in there. And how's that, Hamish, mate? Oh, what a game, looking good. Oh, a game going. Oh, what a game going. Bulls by 6 is the prediction there. And hello, Zelda Van Barberton, says Jan. They're just showing the highlight of that first try. It was a mistake from David Creel initially, who's actually off the field for an HIA currently, and it's 8:22 p.m. here now, says Richard, for the time in Ireland. So yeah, New Zealand time, we are sitting at 7:22 a.m. And also Bulls need to score first in the second half to be inside this game, eh? Says Shanae, yeah, it would be a massive opportunity for them. Howdy, mum. Howdy, ma'am. Katie Dixon, hope you are doing well. And hey, RDA, brother, hope you're well. And also, I mean, what team are you? So in this one, I mean, it's a tricky one because I know we've got a lot of South African viewers and I know we've got a lot of Irish viewers. So I feel like no matter what side I choose, I'm going to have some people who don't like my choice. So I guess I love watching these games as a neutral. I've got a little bit of both on the tie. The blue tie is for Leinster, and then the white polka dots, or the kind of blue polka dots, the light blue, that is for the Bulls and also our Bulls. There's Christopher George, and also I'm great, brother. And also I sense South African Derby coming, says Mario Links. And also looking snazzy in your suit, mate, says BDV. Appreciate you, mate. And yeah, we have got the suit on for the big matches. We are going to have a few more big matches coming up later on, including the semi-final matchup between the Stormers and also Ulster. That is taking place tomorrow. And then alongside that, the Bulls versus the Brumbies. And what a game, says Albie there. And also 50-50, says Gideon. And so you are 11 hours ahead. We are at the moment, yeah. Although I know daylight saving always messes it up to just a little bit of weirdness. And watching from Zambia here, nice, the Bulls leading, says Alex Kutzar. So yeah, they've started pretty nicely for themselves in this match. The Bulls, as they were down by a try when Dan Sheehan was able to score the first, but then Johan Grobler fought back, got another one. Kutzar got another, and then Henshaw was able to get it. And also it will be a final, South African final in Cape Town with a full stadium, and you fancy all New Zealand final in Super Rugby. There's a good chance Blues are looking strong, but I would say that the Brumbies are probably a side that can upset the Blues if they get it right. And whoever bet on the Bulls ahead at halftime must have made some money. Says LB, certainly would have been a bit to be made. Even for the Bulls to win this game, I would say is probably right up there for their better odds. I will have a quick look and see how we are sitting. And also, I like Zambia because Patson Daka, there's Jack, of course, very good footballer. That man, right, I don't know whether or not we've got live betting for New Zealand in this matchup? Where are we? Rugby Union. Have we got a live one? Okay, we do. So the Bulls currently with a 3-point lead are $5 underdogs. That seems quite rough, really, when you think about it. The fact that a side can be 3 up, but actually not huge favourites. Okay, now they're gone down to $4.80. I think people are starting to realise that maybe that is possibly a bit too much for the Bulls to be. But yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not they can make the most of it. And also, hey, my friend, and also Stormers need to win first of all. We all know they choke on the big occasions. Also, hey, buddy, and also tomorrow, big game, Blues versus Brumbies, going Blues by 7. And the Bulls aren't as domineering as I thought they'd be, says David the Mod. And also close game, but will be an interesting second half of footy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing exactly who comes out on top. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also, we will go like this. That is the link to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. Be sure to check that out as well if you are keen for some more extra content of the Kiwi Lads. We have got not just that channel, but also a podcast channel that has recently had its very first podcast up, which is called the Kiwi Lads Gaming, which is a bit confusing, but that is the one that it's on. And also question actually what times are All Black Island test sets for in July. I'll have a quick look, see what I can find for you while we have got our halftime break coming up. Yeah, but I believe they will be 7:05 p.m. kickoffs, which will be 8:05 a.m. in Ireland, I believe. But I'll just make sure that I've got that time right. In fact, it might be 6:05 a.m. on Ireland. No, never mind. I think it's the 8. We'll stick with 8 for now, and I'll quickly have a look. And also, hey, Mr. was alone. We had too much heartbreak in finals, says LB. If New Zealand make the World Cup, will there be a watch-along? Says Jack Cooney. I assume that is for the football, and we are actually hoping to do that game up against Costa Rica on the channel on Wednesday, which, of course, is going to be a pretty tough one for the Kiwis, but they will be hoping to make their way through. So if the Stormers lose, the final will be at Fort Loftus, says Shanae. If the Bulls win, it will be, I believe. Because looking at the table, as long as they're above Ulster, they will get the home final. But quickly looking through, New Zealand versus Ireland is on at 7:05 p.m. New Zealand time. Also alongside that, 7:05 p.m. and then 7:05 p.m., 7:05. Okay, so every time they play, it is at 7:05 p.m. New Zealand time. All of the games taking place between South Africa and Wales look like they're 3:05 kickoffs. And also Australia versus England will be 9:55, so actually straight after the games between New Zealand and Ireland. So those are 2 big matches in a row, and then followed by South Africa, Wales, and then also Argentina versus Scotland, just to add a little bit more icing on that cake. And Costa Rica have a very good goalkeeper. They're starting great, says Jack. So yeah, we're going to have to beat them probably a few times if we do want a decent chance of making our way through. No worries, mate. Second half is going to be epic, and watch out for the second half, ref. I don't go block and play, or everybody going to be rolling around on the floor like Peppa Pig. He's getting also at 6:05 in Ireland, so says Richard. So yeah, early morning start for you guys, but I assume a huge amount of Irish supporters will be up at the early hours to make sure that they do get to catch that game live, as it's going to be an absolutely awesome one between 2 massive sides as well. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully New Zealand play well, hopefully Ireland play well, and if the Stormers lose, the final will be in Ulster. Says Cameron there, and also come on the Bulls, do it for South Africa, says Rugby Itch. And also, I'll be right back, says Etienne, so we will see a little bit later on. But it looks like the second half shouldn't be too far away from getting underway, ladies and gentlemen. But if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we have got plenty more videos coming up on not just the URC, but also on Super Rugby. That is actually coming up just around the corner. And also, we have there Peppa Pig. And then also, hi, how you doing, says Betty V. And also, Austria are currently beating France, says Jack. And also, well, since the Bulls are in Ireland already, we will lower the flags of Leinster tonight and travel to Ulster and also lower their flag session, eh? And also, hey, howdy, hey, brother, I'm doing well. How are you? Now, looks like the players are now running their way off the field, which means we're probably about 2 minutes away from the second half, getting back underway. And I love me some Peppa Pig with the 10 out of 10. There's Katie Dixon there. And also 39 likes. Smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. Sorry, says Birdie V. So yeah, if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also, we have got there, do you think you need a mod overseas? Says David the Mod. And yeah, so I guess, are we talking, outside of USA and Romania, maybe, David, for that one? Maybe it is about time that we look at another couple options for the moderating. Definitely on these URC live streams and kind of the ones where I have no idea what Afrikaan is being said. And Peppa Pig is nice. Says Gavin, also go Bulls. says Gideon, and also, all good, my side, glad you well, says Birdie V. And now, currently a lot of people making their way back to the seats. It's so weird. It was raining when the half ended. It's now sunny and bright, and it looks like it's going to be all right. And now I want bacon. And with England and USA, Katie, this November Soccer World Cup, says Richard. And we are hoping to cover quite a bit of that on the QLED Sport as well for our other channel. And also, I've got a few other ideas over on that channel that are coming up in the relatively near future. But currently, it looks like they're just doing a bit of maintenance to the field, making sure that they're getting rid of all of the divot holes that were left by the youngsters playing. Also, I need Biltong now and Roz and some double runners, says it was. And also we have the Hamish South Africa, maybe. So yeah, it probably would be a good idea at this stage. And also Hamish, how is the kitty cat? I guess I could mod Afrikaans, says Gareth there. You have been around for a very long time, Gareth. So I feel like that would be probably a decent option. Do you want to have a little spanner next to your name to be able to read the Afrikaans? Although I will have to trust that you won't also be putting anything bad at Afrikaans. And also, Afrikaans not bad, maybe because of Afrikaans population is in New Zealand and Australia. So it's getting in there. And also, the song always makes me think of Mrs. Doubtfire for Jump Around at the moment, playing at the ground. And my kitty cat, he is good at the moment. I think he is asleep somewhere. So Gareth will be ideal, says David the Mod there. So one moment, we will go like this. And we will go like this as well. Currently, Jump Around is playing, and these sides are making their way back out onto the pitch for another half of rugby. So hopefully it does end up going smoothly for them. Also, when does the second half start, says Pepe, about 5 seconds, or maybe 50 seconds will go. That one. And also, I think we need a mod who speaks Afrikaans just for practical purposes. And also Ireland versus Scotland tomorrow. And also for sure, says Betty V. And exactly, says David the Mod there. And also Ireland versus Scotland tomorrow. Ireland have to win. There's Jack for that one. And also the B says it tennis. So I guess, would you like the role, Gareth? Do let me know. And also, I saw your cat for the first time today. He is lovely, says Richard. Yeah, he's very well behaved cat overall. Now, ready to kick the second half off. It will be the Bulls. And Bulls go Bulls, says Etienne there. I think it's going to be the substitutions that are the very important factors for these two sides. Working out exactly when the right time and the wrong time is to unleash that bench. And here is my Afrikaans for the second half. Common Bull. And also, if you want me to, I won't troll, says Gareth. I mean, you can still troll overall. It's just like, I guess I have to trust that you are, I guess, able to get along with some of them. You know what? I trust you, Gareth. There you go. You have now got the moderator spanner. Everyone give him a quick clap. Just me? Okay. That's all right. Congratulations. I will give you a handshake, but you're in South Africa at the moment, so I can't really give you a shake. But I also Mr. Doubtfire, OMG, RMG, or RIP. Robin Williams, that also such a good movie. David, 10 out of 10. Well said, Hamish, says Booty V. And there's Booty V. Would you also possibly like a moderator spanner for South African? Because you have been here a long time as well. So I feel like you are probably another one that does deserve to get half a nod if you do want it as well. Do let me know. And also, they don't deserve to win anything in the soccer. They are awful, and Sharks lost 2 times on the same day. There's Ethernet, and also they're going to be a mod just to have a spanner beside my name in there. Is Jack. I mean, normally, I guess spanners, they're a little bit trickier to get, I guess you could say. But eventually, I think, Jack, you will be able to work your way towards the spanner as well. But now Zach Berger trying to pierce his way through. So there we go. Another clap for Bertie V. Bit late, but it's, I thought that counts, says Nazi Wiggles. Exactly right. I feel like I'm on some sort of game show because I'm currently wearing a suit and I'm giving out spanners. Now, the Bulls hanging onto this ball just outside of their own, or outside of the 5-metre line of Leinster, I should say. Around the side, Marcel Kutzer, once again, hanging on to it. And also, I know Leinster are in trouble. They certainly are. And also, we have the collapse from Etienne there. Hanging on to that one, Johan Rolla. If they use their backline here, the Bulls, I think they might be able to score out on the wing with Madosh Tumbwe. But that is if they decide to use those big forwards and then possibly sling the ball out wide for the next couple phases. It looks like for now they're just going around the side, and Johan Gribbler makes a couple extra meters in the process. Now Zach Berger looks like he wants it. Counter ruck from Leinster. This is risky for the Bulls. Zach Berger now, that's left a massive gap due to all of the players committing, and now Heinrich Lowe straight in. No, he's not. He's short of the line by half an inch. That looked very good for him, and also go Bulls. So it's in there, and also we have got there big schlong Johnny Ayon, who says Nazi Williams. Not too sure whether or not Johnny is up at the moment, but he might be a little bit later on. Makes sense. So this time I saw almost totally different people, with the exception of the likes of Katie, Seb, Gareth, and Bert. And there as well says David the Mod. Yeah, I guess it just it's always awkward, weird times, isn't it? For these live streams. Definitely the early morning ones. Like 5 a.m. we seem to have a few more people of the regulars compared to like 7 a.m. if that makes sense. Don't worry, Amy, she looks slick or spick and span tonight. Says Janae, appreciate it. And yeah, we are going to have the suit and tie on for tomorrow's games as well, between the Brumbies and the Blues, and also the other match that has taken place between the Stormers and Ulster. That's going to be a big game as well. Now waiting for it at the back. The Bulls are still 5 meters out from the line, I should mention. They have not really gone anywhere, but they're currently up to 17 phases, and that's very close to the line, still half a meter short. And also did the second half again, it certainly did. And that is going to be a penalty to Leinster. That is absolutely massive for the Irishman. And that is going to be Caelan Doris winning the penalty. Massive, massive moment in this matchup. And also go to Blues, looking forward to that. And there as well. Okay, like this. And also I'm the early morning mod and cricket with Seb. And there says Gareth. I guess have we still got a Bertie as well? Do let me know, Bertie, just to make sure that you have got that spanner that went through on your name and that I didn't miss the button. Do let me know. And also, they made my butthole clench up, says Katie. And also, Bulls are so close they were, but that is the penalty to Leinster. And says Nazi Williams. And yeah, that is, I think, the feeling of every Irish supporter watching that one. I think a couple meters out, you should wear it to a wedding. Fantastic defence in there. Says Richard English. Now Jamison gives him back, passes it back across to Ross Byrne. Kicking it downfield. It's going to sit up nicely for Kurtley Arenza. So David Creel actually not returning out onto the field yet, so I assume he is concussed. And also Storm and Bulls, all South Africa finale, says Charles. And at the moment, who knows what could happen. It could be a close one, that is for sure. And also we have there, I hope you are female, Katie, not a bloke. If so, I'll take that back. Says Nazi Williams. And there. So now Kurtley Arenza driving his way for a good run. And that looks like a bit of a mistake there at the Morloy, at the ruck, sorry, but they have been able to work it out for the Stormers. So hanging on to it. Also, you're getting some big numbers at this time. So here's David the Mod. Yeah, it is actually one of our first URC live streams in a little while. We were unable to do a few of the games last week. We have come back for the semi-finals, and we are going to have the next game of the URC, and also the final will be coming up in just a little bit as well, which is a couple weeks' time now. Jimmy O'Brien kicking it downfield, looking for the 50-22. It's just going to pull up, though, and also use it. There says it, and also look at her photo. Says Richard there. Now hanging on to it. Also, Furlong is a monster man. He certainly is, and he's just made a massive hit there on Rowan Nokia, driving him backwards. Also, I'm a bloke, and you thought about my... says Katie. Also, if the Irish can't beat a team with zero current box, says Benj there. And I wonder how many of these guys for the Bulls are going to make it into the Springboks. Because they've got a few very good players. Like Heinrich Lowe, for me, has been looking phenomenal. But it all depends on whether or not they pick Dwayne Vermeulen. And also, not all photos of real bruh. And there says Nazi Williams. I was like, impressive South pronunciations, says Benj. And also, you'll get a big South African, or you will get big South African numbers because other than paying for DSTV package, we can't watch the games. And I thought this was a rugby channel, but they seems to tell otherwise. An impressive. So here's Benj there, and also good gamer. And also, we have got brilliant Katie, says Richard, for that one. But Ty Furlong just getting the boot put back on his foot by the looks of it to come loose. They have now got the scrum. Leaky Bulls and they're from Rouen. I've just realised I've got hardly any water left, so I'm going to have to ration it out for the kind of later stages. And also we've got the high five, says Katie to Richard. But now Dan Sheehan to throw on this ball for the line out by the looks of it. Is it still raining there, Hamish? It is actually cleared up beautifully and the sun is out. But the thing that I've learned about Irish weather is it can be sunny one moment and raining the next. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see more rain in the second half. And welcome to the Mild Squad, brother. Says Katie Dixon to Birdie V as well. But now Josh Van den Fleur being wrestled down. It's going to be Rowan Nokia. He was trying to roll out of there, but he's just been hit in the spine. I think he got a couple more little drives into the ribcage as well from Andrew Porter, just to make him a bit worse for wear. But now Jack Conan driving nicely. Leinster inside of the 22. Now big Andrew Porter driving. As he done, Gibson Park goes back to Josh Van den Fleur. Passes up to Furlong. Looking off to the left-hand side. They've got numbers here for Leinster, but he decides against using it there. James Ryan, and it could have been a massive mistake, although now they decide to try and use it. They are calling for the knock-on there for Johan Grubler. It looks like, yes, it is. And that is a mistake from James Ryan. Initially not going wide and just Donker in Africa. And also, yeah, Benji Amish got skills on pronunciation. I really respect that with the Polynesian names as well. He nails that. Says Nazi Williams there. And well, why, thank you. Says BDV, and also glad the rain is away. Thanks, Samish, says Chennai. But yeah, it's so weird. Has it just started raining here? No, I think it's my PC. And either you, Bumhawk, says Nazi Williams. And Equit. And there as well, says Etini. Penalties conceded 8 against the Bulls, 4 against Leinster. And still another 32 minutes to go in this game. So plenty of time for both of these sides to cement themselves as the winners of it. But it's going to go down to why I have a bit of a feeling here for these two sides. And also I held James in. They held James in. And also we have got there, sorry, says Nazi Williams. And also we have got there, he held James in. And 46 likes, smash that like button. And if you're new, subscribe. Here's BV, Chris Smith, not too happy with that kick. But I think the thing with James Ryan initially was if he had found that pass on the outside, I think they had about a 3-on-2 overlap, which would have been very handy, but instead took the contact. And that is where it went downhill. And also we've got there the emoji from Pila. Welcome in, mate. I hope you are doing well. And also be right back, y'all. Says Katie Dixon. We'll see you in a bit. Now, Dan Sheehan about to throw this one in. The gap has been closed a little bit more for these two sides. Stay there, don't close. Comment from the referee. Now Dan Sheehan throws it in, taken nicely. No, it's not. It's dropped by Jack Conan. Said it's gone backwards, though. And I feel like the thing is, if this game was in South Africa, I think the Bull supporters would have been booing for that one. As I think it could have been close to the knock-on. And also we have got there Afrikaans finale. And there's says Gareth, and also this is going to be a close game. And Amish, thank you, brother, says Beauty V. And OMG buttholes a clean cheese, says David the Mod. Now 22 metres out. On the line now, Gibson Park offloads up to James Ryan. It's an awkward fall for Mutton Zemo. Looked like he gave Andrew Porter a bit of a smack for his process. Now bouncing back up to his feet here, Johan Grubler. No advantage. Off feet, we're going back for it. And also Nesso Gareth in there. So I assume this is all friendly stuff in there as well. I know that Africans, their final would be probably South African final, maybe. Something along those lines. Ty Furlong found the offload initially to McCarthy, but he put it down, and another mistake creeping in for Leinster. So they've had a huge amount of handling errors throughout this match. And now the scrum feed for the Bulls, but exactly 30 minutes left in this game now. And yeah, we will have to wait and see exactly who is able to get the win. Whoever wins this game, they will go on to face off against the winner of Ulster versus the Stormers. As I'm so cold, says Tine, what temperature is it sitting for yourself? Do let me know. We are sitting 4 degrees Celsius here in New Zealand as we currently sit. And the sun, I don't think is coming up for a little while. And also we've got the great butthole clenching of 2022. There's Katie Dixon there. I mean, the thing is, probably is a real event. If you look like hard enough around the world as well. Who's that? Is that Johnny Sexton? Yeah, he looked like he was listening to the coach, but he couldn't hear anyone. Johnny Sexton at the age of 36 will be coming off the bench later on as fly half cover. And then you've got the other side of things. Mornay Stain, 37 years old, coming off the bench for the Bulls. Same birthday of July 11th, only a month away for those two. Who's going to get the early birthday present of winning this game up against the other? Also, 14 degrees Celsius here in Ox. And there's also says Nazi, geez, I'll take 14 at the moment, and you would know it's wet. And there says Richard, yeah, it is slippery. That's going to be another penalty. Although even in wet conditions, normally Leinster, they do have high. Oh, he was first, is the comment from one of the South African forwards. He's saying he was first. He was first. I didn't do anything wrong, ref. And I think the referee might have believed him. Andrew Porter, he was getting right into it. As I also Stormers Blues, it would have been a good comp this year, as both teams are playing good rugby this year. Labok versus Baldy, says Charwood. Also, we have got there, did his big head get knocked again, says Gareth. That one, but it looks like now, discipline. It's the comment from the ref. Okay, he didn't say anything. He almost wished the Irish get the win, since they're normally chokers in the quarterfinals, says Benj. Okay. Okay, Ty Furlong, I think, has gone off the field now by the looks of it, which is not ideal for Leinster, as he has been injured in about the last 5 games, hasn't he? Geez, that's wonky. But it has found touch, and it will be a decent enough kick from the Bulls. And I wouldn't think Mornay Stain is too far off here. Oh, yeah, nah, bit unlucky there for Andrew Porter, as the knee did go down for Mornay Smith. But now Michael Alalatoa, East Crusaders man, his brother Alan Alalatoa, playing for the Brumbies tomorrow when they do try and challenge up against the Blues at Eden Park. We will be covering that game on the channel. It is taking place in less than 12 hours' time, ladies and gentlemen. And that one will be taking place on the Kiwi Lads channel. Anyone who is new, though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Sport. That is our second channel where we do post pretty much what we post on this channel, except all sports rather than just rugby. And also really on a redo. Honoured to be added as a mod. Thanks, Hamish, brother. Says Betty V. And yeah, you've been around for a very long time, Betty. So I feel like it's almost long overdue that we have added the moderator spanner. It's a weird one because I normally add moderators all in bunches, I guess. So yeah, you could have easily been a moderator a couple months ago, but it was just, I guess I forgot to click the button, if that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you do enjoy the little spanner. It does make your name blue as well, which does look a little bit fancy. Now, high tackle against Leinster, and I think it was Josh Van den Fleur just ended up going a little bit too high around the neck, and the Bulls might consider taking on the 3-pointer here. And the gist of it is, I don't think they will. It looks like Matanzima, and congrats, Bertie, says Benj there as well. Yeah, Matanzima not too far off, making his way out onto the field. And also alongside that, I believe it is Hunt who is also coming out there. Now, they kick for the corner, the Bulls, liking the aggression from them early on. 52 minutes through this game, Andrew Porter, he is getting fired up at the moment. And you don't want to see a fired up Andrew Porter because he's either going to give away a lot of penalties or he's going to end up possibly getting himself some very good turnovers. And what's the spanner for? It's pretty much for moderators. And what that means is they are pretty much able to, I guess, remove insulting messages and like spam and whatnot. Thanks so much, David the Mod. I've got Zulu Corsa and French, basic French cover too. Jeez, all-round guy. That one. That's close. I was going to have a drink, but I think I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer. That's been dragged down only a metre short of the line, and it's a penalty try. Hold up. And now the Bulls, not only is it a penalty try, but it's also going to be 10 minutes in the bin for Leinster. James Ryan giving away the crucial penalty. And it is a penalty try now. Penalty try for the Bulls. One moment. We get it like this. There we go. They'll be trying the 53rd minute. They'll be liking that very much so, the Bulls. And I was like, Yebo. And also, we are so happy the Cheetahs got a place in the Challenge Cup. It is all South African final for the URC. Be happy. Sansa should be kicking themselves for dropping South Africa. There's sorry for Marks. And also, we've got the Let's Go, says Etienne. And also, it's his ankle actually info. There is rumours he needs an op, but waiting until after the Irish test. So it's a risky tactic, really, isn't it? Because you're either going to bugger the ankle completely or you're going to be able to just sneak through the Irish test series. Also, South African players or South Africa don't pick players on merit. He's getting an also penalty try and a yellow, says Betty V. It was indeed. And that is going to be James Ryan, who's off. It looks like now there's actually going to be the line out for Leinster, though, but they are down by 10 points. And also the Hamish to George from Katie. And also go to the Bulls. Says Shanae. Number 10 and number 4. So Joe McCarthy going off the field and Johnny Sexton making his way out there. And this is when his veteran nature does have to come in for him. And now Ross Maloney also making his way out there. And also we have got Go the Bull. And I'll say how great it would be if the winners could meet in the grand final in a neutral venue. That would be absolutely awesome. See Super Rugby versus URC. Because we see it happen in the, I believe it's in the Rugby League, isn't it? We get to see the winner of the NRL take on the winner of the Super League in the UK. And I feel like it's a brilliant, not just money spinner, but also a matchup that everyone wants to see. But I guess it's kind of the only reason I can think of them not doing it, or a couple reasons. First of all, is the kind of trying to find a way of squeezing it in. Other side of things for me is also that the team, like neither side who have won a competition want to lose that next final, because then you kind of get your championship. You still got it, but it's not as impressive, I guess you could say, due to getting knocked out. And the next one, Super Rugby versus URC versus Premiership, or you got to squeeze a top 14 team in there as well, bench. I would say if you want to be cooking with gas and have a big old one, maybe a semi-final, quarterfinal, or semi-final and a final situation. And Leinster out here making those dollar store mistakes. Here's Katie Dixon. Now, down it in Johan Grubela, 45 meters out. And the Bulls currently have a 10-point lead. Now, I'm curious because the Bulls, last time I checked, they were sitting as underdogs by $5 underdogs. And now I'm going to have another look and see how they're sitting currently. Nice drive here. This is looking very good for the Bulls as they march, and they march some more. We're going to go to sports, and we're going to check it out. It has gone down there. I think Leinster, if they know it's available at the back, it was almost given as the penalty, or not the penalty, sorry, but it was given as the scrum fee to Leinster, but instead they continue, and also they have a Verstadt Stadium, and there says bench. Now, still hanging on to it. Zach Berger has been told to use it once again. So the Bulls now are $1.47 favourites in this match. Now, the big change there is the fact that they were underdogs by $5 at halftime, being up by 3 points. So this has certainly helped them out. Zach Berger, 25 minutes left on the clock now, going off to the right-hand side. Still driving Heinrich Low. Nice carry. Berger goes back across to Stenkamp. All but loose on the ground, but he's been able to hang on to it there. Now Chris Smith goes back to Cornell Hendricks. Curtly Arenza using some good acceleration. Madosh Tumboy having a bit of a juggle, but he's been able to regather it. He's elusive and a slippery man to try and take down when he gets going. Now Stenkamp once again. Dragged down. Now going off to the short side. It's going to be McCarthy. Or in fact, sorry, Stenkamp. There, that's dropped cold by Johan Grubela. And now will be the scrum. I think the Club World Cup would sort that problem, says Richard English. And also come on, you Bulls. And also we have got the Bulls 14 or Ireland 14, the Bulls 24. Oh, at the moment there is quite a bit of cheering going on at the ground by the sounds of it. The Leinster mascot trying to fire up the crowd. Mr. South Africa team's been in there, done it down under comp. There's Nazi there. And also they doing what La Rochelle did, rush defense and scrum domineering. Says Gareth. And also, yes, Toyota Free State Stadium, capacity over 50,000. That one. And yes, Benj, like the Free State Stadium and Bloemfontein. Hopefully I said that correctly. Okay, the drum at the moment from the mascot. He's doing the tap, 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 tap. And then the 5 people are going Leinster. So I think they need a little bit more hype behind them at the moment, Leinster, if they want a good chance of being able to go on and have a massive shift in the later stages of this game. But they are $3 underdogs compared to the $1.50 of the Bulls. As we currently sit, South Africa Rugby has really effed up with denoting the cheaters. Excuse my French. And yeah, as I says Gareth, and also we have got 50 likes up. Well done. And I agree, Gareth, cheaters are great, says Shanae. And also, come on, you Bulls. Be feeding it in now. Taken back into their 22. Johnny Sexton goes back. O'Brien has charged down one of the Bulls players, so he's lost his footing. That's going to be Oh, it's almost taken back by Jimmy O'Brien. And is it a goal line dropout or will it be a 5-metre scrum? I agree, Gareth. And this game is not over yet. Believe me, says Richard, exactly right. Although this will be a massive moment here. Okay, they're not sure whether it's a goal line dropout or a 5-metre scrum. Either way, it's going to be a very nice little kick in behind from the Bulls. Referee just wanting to make sure he gets this right decision, but it was charged down initially by who was that? It was actually, it was Harold Foster who lost his footing. That one, for me, he's done extremely well. That is extremely well done. And it's a goal line dropout. Inches in that one, but the difference there. And as a Sharks fan, I'd like to thank the Cheetahs for half our team over the years, says Benj. It was brilliantly done by Harold Foster, but just lost his footing. And then Jimmy O'Brien, it was very well done because it could have easily been taken back. And also, that's fair, says Jason there. And also, Great College is a factory. Says Benj, it's been kicked high now. Looks like it's going to be chased by Madosh Tambwe making the low tackles. Now Jimmy O'Brien trying to recycle it. Curtly Arenzo almost able to turn that one over beautifully, but Leinster still hanging on. Now passing it back, Dan Sheehan. Leinster now up to $3.40 underdogs, and Leinster are so weak and bottlers, says Skid Row Joe. And also Benji is a Sharks fan too. I'd also like to say thanks to Cheetahs and Grey College. Now it's going to be knocked on. It's hit the ref again. This time, luckily, there was a knock on initially in it, but it will now be a scrum feed. And today exposes the myth that Leinster are a great club, says Kidro Joe, and also overhyped club, says Kidro. Although, to be fair, it could be considered as one of their off days. Leinster, they were finishing top of the table with the URC. It's just this final playoff game that they have been struggling with at this point in time. But still another 4 minutes, 45 left to James Ryan. But they have won a lot of championships in the past. Leinster making it through to the final of the Champions Cup also. And they were beaten by La Rochelle. All right, Leinster, it sounds like the fans are starting to get fired up behind them. Question is whether or not that is going to work. And also, teams are allowed to struggle. No team is perfect. Here's Katie Dixon. There is Alba now. Jameson gives him back, passes it back across. It's going to be kicked in behind from Jimmy O'Brien. It's going to curve beautifully into touch. And Pittsburgh College, B, can you name them? Says Bench there as well. And, is that a 50-22? Okay, no, there's a bit of push and shove going on. Johnny Sexton is getting pushed around by a few of the Leinster boys. And currently, Arnold Borta getting right in his face. Johnny Sexton, that's the thing. Normally, Johnny Sexton, if they're fired up, and now he's telling his team to fire up as well, Johnny Sexton. I feel like he needed that just to get him in the game. Although now he's getting told by the referee to calm down just a little bit. I didn't see what happened behind me. He came in, was the comment from Johnny Sexton. And also, wow, a team that makes the final and loses by 3 points and reaches the semi-final here. And people say they're not great. God forbid you lose a match, says username. Exactly right. Like, at the end of the day, the record speaks for itself for the Leinster boys, and Leinster bottling it again, like they did against La Rochelle 2 years running. And there says Skid Row Joe. So I guess teams are allowed a bogey team as well, though. Can you name the two? Maritzburg College World Cup winning fly-halves. I mean, I want to say Mornay Stain and also Hondre Pollard, but I feel like that's probably wrong there for that one. Currently the match taking place at the moment. Ulster versus the Stormers is going to be the one tomorrow night. A team with Leinster's budget should be making semi-finals, says Kidro there. They have, I guess they got knocked out in the semi-final. In fact, they got knocked out in the final up against La Rochelle, didn't they? And I guess we have different definitions of the word overhyped, says Katie Dixon. And now Dan Sheehan passing it forward. Jameson gives him back, passes it back across. Johnny Sexton goes through the hands of Jack Conan. Great pick up there. Oh, that's a big shot on Jameson. Gives him back. It's been kicked downfield and it's gone back for the initial scrum feed in favour of the Bulls. Still 20 minutes left. And the other South African teams, Pumas, Griquas, the Griffins and the Griquas should join Super Rugby, says 123 mims. Or milliseconds, I think that is. And Joel and Butch James. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed those ones, unfortunately, for myself, and also Bulls see red as Verstappen makes his debut against Leinster at number 10. Here's Andrew de Villiers, and this is a Bulls literally playing Ireland international team. And also, how can you not see how bad that is, said Skid Row Jones. Once again, like, teams are allowed an off day. Like, and I get that they're going quite rough at the moment, but if you look at what they did last week, no team has dominated Glasgow the way that Leinster did last week. And that wasn't even with all the internationals. They won by about 60-something points. So different teams have different challenges. Like, I'm not saying Leinster aren't playing, like, not their best rugby in this game. I'm just saying that they're not a very good side when they've got so many championships in their pocket and they're just about to possibly score another try here. There's a bit of a harsh statement now. Jamison Gibson-Park passes it off once again. Now hanging on to it. They've got another advantage been established. You don't like Leinster, we get it, man. And well, Hamish, it's 8:01 a.m. in the morning your side. It certainly is. We are currently sitting there early morning when we have not slept yet, but we will be sleeping during the day. As I go the red, black, and reds of Mattersburg College. Says Sinead now Leinster. Only a few meters out. It's going to be going back for the initial penalty in favour of the Leinster boys. He hasn't given up the ball for big Iron Rick Lowe, so they're only 5 meters out from the line. Okay, 6 high tackle over there. And it looks like they are going to be kicking this one for the corner. Once again, Hondre Pollard was at Pal Gymnasium in there. And what a tackle, says Bertie V. I assume that was that big hit on Jamison Gibson-Park a little bit earlier on. And also, what's the time now, says Moonstone. So currently, we are sitting at 60. This says 67, but we're currently sitting 63 just because I'm critiquing a club. Doesn't mean I don't like them, says Skid Row. Out of curiosity, who is your club, Skid Row? Just curious. And also, South Africa teams will dominate Heineken Cup too, says Rialrin. Hopefully I said that correctly. Now, Dan Sheehan be throwing in this ball. And I was born in Grays at South Africa. I would like to, I like an all South African final. Let's go for the URC. That's going to be stolen once again by the Bulls. Now, Johnny Sexton doing nicely with the tackle, but Zach Berger looks like he's about to put up the box kick. And also, this is basically Ireland International being given a lesson in rugby. Says Kid Rojo, and also high school rugby is a source of South Africa rugby strength. Says Benji, yeah, they've got some big boys in that first 15 and whatnot. Or just schoolboy rugby, I think it's called, isn't it? Over in South Africa, but currently the Leinster coach, he's looking a little bit nervous at this point in time. Okay, Johnny Sexton has stayed down by the sounds of it currently. Was stolen once again, and also schoolboys rugby. And I will keep saying that the only teams can beat Leinster are France or South Africa. So I don't say a lot for the rest of the world, says Richard there. Okay, we got time off. Tackle on Johnny Sexton. Okay, Johnny Sexton saying he got a headbutt. Referee saying we've got no captain's challenge this year, so get on with it. Zach Berger too slow, says Bertie V. And I think they might have heard you, Bertie, because they've just subbed him. And also, sorry, Grace Hospital in PMB. And now Ambrose Papia making his way out onto the park. And also definitely embarrassing for Irish rugby. Leinster make up 10 of 15. And a not squad. But now Josh Van den Fleur passes it off to Caelan Norris. So another 17 minutes left, though. Anything can happen, I should say. Still only the 10 points difference. If the Bulls score once more, I would say that they are clear. But Leinster have done all of the attacking in the last little while. They've got the advantage now. And they've taken the quick tap. Jamison Gibson-Park. Oh, they say he's not on the mark. And now he is getting called to bring the ball back. Sexton crying already. And now I thought as much, Gareth. Says Sinead there. Okay, if you want to play advantage and you drop the ball, you cannot play it quickly, is the comment there. And will Stormers be able to beat the Crusaders? I think it's a good question. Where is the game being played, I think, is a big factor, because from what we've seen in the URC, whoever's been at home has had a huge advantage over the opposition, being to Grace Hospital and PMB, thanks to rugby. See his bench there. And now Dan Sheehan sitting 5 meters out from the line with this line out throw once again. Leinster need to get this one right. It has been a little bit rough from them in the last throw. It's stolen once again by the Bulls. And now Ambrose Papia backs himself on the short side, almost taken back into his own area. And it looks like Roa Nokia is dealing with a little bit of cramp. And stupid question, Crusaders. Hammerstorm is home or away, says Jack there. Now, Roa Nokia, he looks like he's staying down, but line-out time has certainly been an aspect that Leinster will want to improve on if they do somehow make it through to that final. And Bros Pippy about to go for the box kick though. Instead, no, fires it back. Almost charged down. And it did actually hit the hand of the Leinster player. And now it does become the Bulls line out. And also, well, just got back from the wake. And this is a surprise score liner. Oops. Says Flesh, and also I think New Zealand Rugby will go downhill since they're not playing South African teams anymore, says Jan. And also, I can't believe Leinster are losing this game. It's one of the biggest upset in recent years for me, says Jack. I was charged down by Kalen Doris. And also, what a game we got here. Yeah, currently, the thing is, Leinster have lost about 4 of their own lineouts. Can they steal one against the Bulls? They cannot. And now it is called as the Rolling Maul. And the Bulls will have this one available, actually. So how many Capped Crusaders? It's always a home game for the Crusaders. Or Caped Crusaders. It's always a home game for the Crusaders. Yeah, they've got a very strong lineup at the moment at the South African. I was not expecting the Bulls to be this good. And Leinster are an embarrassment, says Skid Row. There as well. And Bros Papia putting the ball up high once again. Waiting for this one to come down. Taken nice. No, it's not. And it's dropped again by O'Loughlin. And it's another knock on. So Leinster are just struggling at the moment. It's mistake after mistake, which is very un-Leinster-like. And also Leinster was playing 120 pre-game to £200 to win £5 profit. That's how mad the score is. And can't say I'm too upset. And I saw that at halftime. It was actually the Bulls as $5 underdogs, even though they were leading by 3. I ain't mistaken. Also, the Stormers will beat Ulster tomorrow. And then Bulls will beat the Stormers and Cape Town Stormers. Can't win finals rugby. And also nobody was expecting Bulls to win, says Skid Row Joe, and also go Leinster. Says Katie Dixon there. Bismarck Duplessis making his way onto the field. That is for Johan Grubela as he makes his way onto the field. The oldest player out there at the age of 38, born in 1984. Luke McGrath also replacing Jamison Gibson Park. And also betting lines we're not expecting. We're not even expecting it to be close. And then Katie still holding out hope. Says Benj, and also that's how embarrassing and overrated Leinster are. I feel like there's no change in your mind, is there? You've got your opinion on Leinster, and championships mean nothing. So I guess each to their own. And now Embros Papia will be rolling this ball back. And he will be going for the box kick once again. The ball goes up high, and also it's not close. And there says Benj, taken nicely. And now trying to drive their way forward. Jimmy O'Brien has got his hands on that one. Now dropping low. And also that Skid Row Joe is definitely from Cork, Limerick, or Leitrim. You can just tell from how he's acting his username. Fire back from McGrath. Johnny Sexton puts up the box kick. They need to chase this one hard. Jordan Lamar trying. Also Jimmy O'Brien. Tell you what, it was brilliantly taken by Gary Ringrose. Now kicked him behind. The chase is on. And inside of the 22. That was high though. And that's going to be the penalty, I would think, for the high shot. They might even go upstairs to check this one, but it looks like Leinster want to take it quickly. And they do just that, although they're checking it. And that one. And also the Bulls are better than the Sharks, remember. And taking a 300 sending time out. She shut up. Says Katie Dixon. And also it's not close. And there says Benj as well. Okay. So a seatbelt tackle he is asking for, and also it's not over until Katie, what he said, I was going to so respect to you, Katie, the keeper of the faith, and also how much time left. Says Shanae. So currently we are sitting, it says 74 there. Oh, okay. The TMO has overruled that one. And he has said that it's become a penalty to the Bulls. So they have still got another 13 minutes left in this game. It is running slightly longer. And then probably anticipate about 13 minutes left now. Okay, Marcel Kurtze pretty much was told off by the ref saying, don't ask me for everything. But they checked it and said that it was overruled. So I feel like it's worked out for Marcel Kurtze a little bit there. But it was brilliantly taken initially from Gary Ringrose. And also we have got the I didn't time him out because it wasn't true. It's because he wouldn't shut up about it after he established it about 1,000 times. He needs a break. Here's Katie Dixon. And go Bulls well, says Carl. And that one now sitting 45 metres out from their own line. The Bulls, they have once again got themselves the line out. And now the Bulls coach, you wouldn't think he was winning. And also this is what we call Lecker. And also 68 on the clock. And Bulls are shown, have shown South Africa teams No walkover, says Esbok, taken nicely there at the front by Ruanukia. Waiting for a Bismarck Duplessis. Hanging on to this one at the back. Now, this man's discipline needs to be important in the last 10 minutes because he's had a few cards in his time. Bismarck Duplessis. I was like, yeah, he just needed to chill. There, I think that is from Gareth. Now, Leinster with a big shot. I think that is James Ryan, who has recently made his way back out onto the field. That was offside, I would say, against the number 19, but they have said that it's fine just for now, and also just shows how everyone rugby is strong as always. So there's Carl Peterson there. Now, kick tie from Ambrose Papia, trying to play the territory game a little bit more. Madosh Tambwe takes it nicely, and the Bulls have well and truly taken the momentum in this match. Ambrose Papia now rush defense from Dan Sheehan. How to make the tackle. Now, Ambrose Papia, quick hands there to Matanzema. 69 minutes through, still only 11 to go, and huge pressure to include Marcel Kutzer. As ever, a ball in the box side after this, that's going to become a penalty. And it is the penalty now to Leinster. There's still, that's the thing, anytime Leinster get the penalty, it is normally inside of their own half, or if it's inside of the opposition half, they do get it a little bit wrong. This says 77 minutes. This is not where we are sitting currently, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually only sitting at 70 minutes. There's the problem. Do we miss Super Rugby? There says Gareth. Now, just outside of the 22. Anyone who is new to the channel, though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel, where we have got plenty more sport coming up, including, I guess, a little bit of, I think we've got the FIFA World Cup qualifier for New Zealand and Costa Rica coming up. Personally, I think the Box need new blood and are too reliant on World Cup winners. See his bench there. 11 minutes left. This second half has gone extremely slow. I don't know whether or not that's just my shades of Cilias. Leinster had their, well, have had their own way for far too long and become a little bit more complacent. I think Leinster rested stars for the final. So here's a 1-2-3 MS now. Johnny Sexton passes back. Beautiful inside ball. And now Jordan Lamar ball on the outside. Gary Ringrose. One more offload. This is Leinster at its finest. And they score the try. And Leinster are back in the contest now, right when everyone was saying they might have been out of it. They fire back with 10 minutes left. It feels like this half is super slow, but it'll be as we just play the distrackers and beat Ireland in the quarters again. And his bench, that is going to be the try out on the wing. I believe there was O'Loughlin who was able to run it in for Leinster. And this will be a very important kick for Johnny Sexton now. It was just that classic backline of Leinster, something that we expected to see a little bit more often throughout this match. But it was O'Loughlin who was able to score it, and that's unfortunate because I can't spell his name very well. So we're going to have to find how to spell that one before we go too far forward. Rory O'Loughlin. There we go. He has scored the try in the 70th minute. I know my scoreboard says the 80th, but Leinster still have 10 minutes to work here if they can get themselves back into the contest. Oh my God, it's a free speech sex. And there's and also we've got the timing out because you're immature, Katie, and a fascist who doesn't like free speech. God, you don't hold a real position of power. You'd be a true dictator, but it's okay. I forgive you. Says Kid right there. I mean, to be fair, you were spamming the same thing over and over, so it made sense to get timed out. Like, I probably was only about 2 times away from timing you out as well, as it was just the same thing over and over. And that one is missed away to the side. But Leinster, they do end up getting themselves that try late in the game. And now with 10 minutes left, even though it says 80 minutes, there is still plenty of time. Look at the Leicester fans coming out of the bushes. Says bench down, South Africa teams don't have the depth as the Irish, and also mentioning about it. Because a fan criticizes, no, she wasn't hurt because of your criticism. It was because you said the same thing 10 times in a row and literally were a broken record. That's all. And I was like, I forgive you for being an insufferable troll. Now, where is Mr. Complainer? Now, come on, Leinster. There's Richard, and also now with only another 8.5 minutes, I didn't time out because of your opinion. I timed out because you spammed your opinion. Let the difference grow up, says Katie Dixon. Pretty much exactly right. And also we have got there, I'm from Wicklow Island. That is in Leinster. Okay, fair enough. I like the fact that you've put something different in the chat, though. It adds a little bit more to the storyline. Now kicking it downfield, down to halfway, and the Bulls have got that one once again. Kurt Learenza taking it nicely. And Bros Papia now with 8 minutes left. Even though it says 80, it is still another 8 minutes in this match taking place. The Bulls, they are hanging on to it. It's currently 5 points difference. It doesn't matter if Leinster just about win this game, Cullen has to go. And there's Skidrow Jones, or Skidrow Joe, sorry, I should say, nicely taken by Lentz now. Great low tackle on Dan Sheehan by Kurtley Arenza inside of the 22. So they are going to be able to kick this one into touch on the full, although I don't think that's going to be finding the touchline. It's very close, taken nicely, and also still in the suit. Good to see. Says Distracted Sports. Yeah, we have been wearing it for a very long time. And if you need to call people fascist just because they disagree with your behavior, then yikes on you, bro. And says Katie, now sitting 40 meters out, and that will be the penalty to the Bulls. Right, this is massive because this will give them an 8-point lead if this kick can go over. And let me simplify this in budget terms. There's like Real Madrid and soccer playing against Queen's Park Rangers. See, I'm liking it now, though, because you're saying different stuff. That's literally the only thing that was wrong with your statements, was it was the literal same thing 10 times. Now that we know that you're not a robot, it's all good. It also, Miss Super Rugby says 123 MS. And it looks like the Bulls are kicking this one for the corner, so maybe not backing themselves to be able to go in and struggling. It's unacceptable for a club on a budget that big. There, but now looks like they are going to be going for the line out once again here, the Bulls, with only 6.5 minutes left. See how it ends up going. And Nazi Williams is loving it at the moment. But Chris Smith, he is off. And now Mornay Stain is out. Thank you for the stream. Very enjoyable as usual. Here's the username. And we are going to be back tomorrow with Super Rugby for the semi-finals. It goes Bulls forever. Says GTO. And then also alongside that, we have got the matchup taking place between Ulster and also the Stormers. And you're free to disagree all day, Katie. You're still missing the point. Just a little bit. It wasn't that she was disagreeing with you, per se. It was just because you said, I feel like I'm now a broken record, aren't I? I was like, do you get a kip? I watched the cricket all night. Says it was Distracted Sports. So I did end up doing the first session, but I watched the rest of it in the corner of my eye. And we also got the Go Bulls, says Jan, and also slagging your home team. Kind of sad, says Benji. Yeah. Normally, it's the side that most people back, but some people don't like their home sides. Bismarck Duplessis now trying to spin his way out of the tackle of Josh Van den Fleur. If the Bulls scored now, could be massive. And it would almost end up with the win. Definitely if they get themselves a penalty advantage as well here in the near future. I've been told to release him. I think James Ryan has turned that one over for them. And now it is going to be on the side of Leinster. And the complaint isn't about disagreeing. It's about you silencing people for no other reason. Being upset by it is that... I don't know whether or not English is your first language, first of all. But it was because you were spamming. Do you know what spamming means? It's very much putting the same thing over and over. Are you Saxon? I think he could be Saxon, possibly. That's a knock-on from Leinster now. And it becomes a penalty to the Bulls. So this could be the icing on the cake for them. In 2 words, Southern Hemisphere. And Google has got the laughing emojis in there. And also they call him Bismarck because he's a battleship. And also time left. And there says Shanae, it is currently another 5 minutes. And this could be a massive kick. They get this one over. Going to be massive. Okay, to lose 1. 5 European Cups. Leinster 4. You're going to sack Leo Goodman, says Richard. And also we have got there Paleto, says Jan. And also it's free speech sacks. And that's game. Well done, Bulls, says Carl Peterson. Yeah, it's knocked on. And now this kick of, I wouldn't want too many others stepping up to it other than Mornay Stain. Other than maybe saying that he would have preferred having a warm-up kick before it takes place. But we're currently 75.5 minutes through this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Only a little bit of time left. Could be the decider. And also we have the kick for the post and the penalty kick. And there as well. One moment. We will go like this. And we will go like that. There we go. Mornay Stain kicks. Mornay Stain strikes it nicely. And there will now be 8 points difference. And irritates his Kevin. Also come on the Bulls. And also come Stains his bench and go Leinster. Kick for the post. They did indeed. And the penalty kick has worked out for them. And now 8 points difference and only 4 minutes left. So Leinster for me here either need to try and score themselves a very quick try or get themselves a possibly penalty. And straight away Leinster have retained the ball and go the Bulls session A. And also Mornay says Jason, yeah, he is a clinical player when he needs to be. That's a brilliant run, though, from Jimmy O'Brien, moving up to only 10 minutes out. Leinster seem like they found an extra little bit of something there. They've said that Bismarck Duplessis was on side, so it was close to being a turnover and close to a knock-on the ground as well. Stormers versus the Bulls in the final. And says Carl Peterson and Type Nero, I swear, says Benji. And also we have got there, my blood is blue. There's GTO. Wait, is that blue blood for the Bulls or blue blood for Leinster? Penalty for the Blues, for the Bulls. So if it's for the Bulls, you'll be very happy. And yay, Bulls. Says Gareth there. And South Africa finals, here we come. Says Yuri there. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. We'll put the link in the chat for anyone who hasn't already, but that is our second channel. Be sure to check it out as we have got plenty more videos coming up in the near future. But Leinster, they're looking disappointed at the moment. It looks like Kieran Frawley making his way out onto the park now. Now, kick for touch from the Bulls. So if they have any chance, they need to find a way of stopping the attack once again. And also the time says, Jan, they are sitting at 77 minutes through and phenomenally terrific and impressive work from the Bulls. Good vibes. How do you speak so rapidly, sir? Says Google. That is a very good question. I think I just get very lucky because I could easily, pretty much, I could slur a lot of words. Pretty much. And Leinster is losing, says Anthony. And also we got that, Lord, it's hard to be humble, says Benj. And also, this is such a great game. Both teams 10 out of 10. And also 27-19 at the moment. Yeah, they haven't updated the scoreboard yet, have they? There we go. But it is not 84 minutes through. And if the Stormers lose, the final is at Loftus, says Solomon. Oh, that's a big shot. I'll just quickly check the way that the table is sitting. See what I can find. Boy, and also well done. The Bulls, game over. Not enough time. There's Richard. Although another kick from Leinster. Oh, Ringrose putting it down, though. That was probably the last chance for Leinster. Now with 78 minutes gone, and Bros Papia, they've gone back for the advantage. It would have been a try for Leinster if they hadn't had that knock on. A nice one, small. And as well says Ben. So the way that we are sitting currently for the URC, one moment, we'll go like this, and we will go like this. I know that's the end. I think that was the end of, and there says KD. So Leinster, then the Stormers. So pretty much if the Stormers lose to Ulster, Ulster will have the home final. But if the Stormers win, it will be played in Stormers territory, and that will be up against the Bulls. They almost got a try, and also by Leinster. Says Carl Peterson. So, yeah, massive knock in the semi-final for Leinster there. And also from Gareth, I'm sure it's something. I have no idea what this is, Gareth, I'll be honest. But I assume it's something along the lines of, go the Bulls, you are good in the rugby department. And we look forward to going into the finals to take on the winner of the other game between the Stormers and the Ulster side. And also, thanks for excellent commentary and fair banter. We'll tune again. Subscribe, says Ben. Appreciate you, mate. And yeah, we do try our best to stay completely down the middle for these matches. And yeah, we have got the match up tomorrow between Ulster and the Stormers. And also, Cheetahs should play again some teams and super teams. Says the 123 MS. Would be quite cool to see. And thank you very, very much. More for your time, dude. You're wonderful, says Google. Appreciate you, mate. Also, bookies in Ireland must be crying, says Jason. And also, the first time that I'm supporting the Bulls, and Katie, respect for standing by your team, says Benji and Blues all the way. Well done, Jake White and the team. Cheers from Yana Nelson, New Zealand. Oh, so you're actually from New Zealand as well. So, yeah, I do appreciate you tuning in for this one. We have got the Brumbies versus Blues semi-final of Super Rugby coming up relatively soon. And cheers, Hamish, go the Blues tonight. And congrats, Bulls, says Katie Dixon. And also, as a supporter of a poor URC side, I'm a bit happy Leinster have had a blood nose at home and time left, Hamish. Only another 1 minute left. And Leinster, they think that they've got one last attacking chance in them. It looks like it will just be a little bit too tough. And also, thank you, my friend. And there says Katie, and also William has said, let's go, Bulls. And the first time that I'm supporting the Bulls, says Bush Big earlier on. And thanks, Hamish, says Shanae. And pass across McGrath. Gives it off to Johnny Sexton. Now go on McGrath to Sexton. Still another 40 seconds left for Leinster, but they're inside of their own half and Cullen needs to be fired. Unacceptable for a club the size of Leinster not to win a trophy in the season. For new management, another failed season for Leinster. And also no way Leinster wins. Says Etienne. Now fire back across for McGrath. Off to Alan Alalatoa. Or in fact, it's Michael Alalatoa's brother. 20 seconds left. Sexton goes off now. Backline, one more chance for Leinster. They want to try and get within the 70. Oh, that's a brilliant low tackle made by Ambrose Papia. A castle for Hamish. And time to ring the changes. Here's Kithrow. Now, nice short pass. And also, let's go Bulls. And there, as I says, Willem. And yeah, the Bulls, they will be taking on the winner of the matchup between Edinburgh. Or sorry, not Edinburgh. The Stormers. And also Ulster. And I won't make it tomorrow. Wexford are playing Curie in the hurling tomorrow. And sometimes I'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone. So we will see you later on. And I mean poor in dollars, pounds, as well as playing wise. Says Fletcher, and also we have got their Go Bulls, and also go on. Says Google, and also time for a beer. Says Bush Pig. It looks like Leinster have decided if we're losing this game, we might as well have another crack and see if we can get within 1 point. So anyone who had the Bulls to win by 5 to 10 will be a little bit nervous at the moment. And also Leinster reminds you of the Stormers of old. Joke winners prime time, says Carl. And also La Rochelle knocked the wind out of them. Tough ending to the season where everyone thought they were going in for the double, says Nathan. And get Cullen out now. And also still don't get why Leinster is regarded as a great team, says Mahajan. I mean, they've got a lot of titles in the cabinet. Probably the most out of a lot of the sides around. But now Dan Sheehan getting close to the line, only a few metres out. Luke McGrath passes across, wrestled down the Bulls. They'd like to stop the Leinster men from getting one last try. But Leinster look like they want one more. Okay, Madosh Dunway's offside by about 2 metres. And it's going to be another penalty now for Leinster. It looks like they want to take it quickly. Absolutely, says Google. And also will do. Thanks, Katie. And then have a good one, brother. Yeah, from Katie. But currently now Leinster. I mean, losing by 1 point would hurt, but losing by 8 will probably hurt them a little bit more, Leinster. So that is why they're trying to get over one more time. And as I'm playing the same style rugby every time with no plan B. And then that is very close for the Leinster men. Believe it's just short. Is it? They're kind of in a massive dog pile. It's another penalty in favour of Leinster, and it's a double blow of the whistle. So that makes me think that maybe a yellow card might be coming out for the Bulls, and Leinster can do nothing. And the Leinster still digging in for the last try. And cheers, guys. We'll check you in the morning. And how much time is left? We are currently 82 minutes through this game, so they are past the 80-minute time now. Dan Sheehan drops 1 metre short, and they are giving their crowd the money's worth. Another advantage for no arms tackle. That's close to going over, and that is the try to Leinster. So they get themselves a last-minute one. They will lose this game by 1 point. And that is going to be the end of this game. Ken Healy does manage to score the last one. And next season, they're going to be South African teams versus the Irish. And also, will this result change the AB's thoughts on the Irish tour? I don't think hugely, just because I feel like Ireland, when they get to New Zealand, they will come to play big time into that series. So, I mean, yes, New Zealand maybe feel a little bit more confident, but I'm still worried about the Irish because they are certainly a tough outfit. But Ken Healy scoring that last try of the match. It does say 85th minute, but it was actually the 82nd. And that will now be the end of the game. 26 points to 27 at full time. And the Bulls will be moving on to the final of the URC. And unlucky Bulls, says Google. And also we have got there, if not, Leinster need to sack him in next season. Oh, no, I read that one. And also this will help Ireland, says Richard, and respect, says Jason there. And also good game. Thanks so much for the great commentary. What an embarrassing season. They finished top of the table with 13 out of 18 wins. But at the time of the finals, they did have one result that didn't go their way. And I guess now the whole Leinster sounds like they're turning their back on them. They win nothing other than 13 games of the season. And well done, the Bulls, says Bertie V. And also now they can't sack Leo. And then shot for the commentary, you may go to sleep now, says Salamine. Yeah, I think that is going to be the plan. We will be getting up in only about maybe 9 hours' time, getting ready for our next commentary live stream, which will be the matchup taking place between the Bulls and the Brumbies. And also because nobody will give them a chance, says Richard. And also Hamish, New Zealand needs to learn tonight how to beat Ireland. All the best. And thank you, guys, says Jason. And also we have got awesome stream, Hamish, says Betty V. Do appreciate you as well. And hopefully this is now going to update because it says 87 minutes, which is quite far through. Overall, you'd have to argue. And also we've got their big love all, says Katie Dixon. And also who win, says Pappy. So the Bulls, they won by 1 point. And this one on 59 likes. Well done. Smash that like button and subscribe if you are new, says Bertie V. And also be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel if you haven't already, which is that link in the chat. And also thanks for the great commentary. And we will be back tomorrow night with Ulster versus the Stormers, where we will get to see whether or not it is an all South African final or whether we do get to see the other side of things. And throw me a wrench, bro. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's probably not good. All right. Also, and welcome to all the new mods, says Katie Dixon there. Well, that one, but they are still waiting to add the extra couple points on. And also, I need protection from what? And also for bonus Kiwi Lads content. And there says Katie Dixon also. Thank you always, Hamish, mate. Says Google, and let's go Bulls. And cheers, Hamish. Says Bertie 3. And also, well, that was a turn up. So, yeah, 1 point win for the Bulls. They move through to the final. And I believe that is Heinrich Lowe who did get man of the match for the Bulls in this game. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the Kiwi Lad Sport, as we have got plenty more content coming up over there. And where is the final? So I believe at this stage, the final, depending on the result of the other game, will either be taking place in South Africa if the Stormers win, or in Ireland if Ulster win. Those are the two options we have got. Any one of that last try for Leinster, says Hanley now. And also Ireland basically lost a non-box team, says Sim Slayer. That was have a good one, brother, says Katie Dixon as well. But we will see you all for the Super Rugby a little bit later on tonight. And then also alongside that, we have got the URC. And also thanks for the commentary, mate. Come have a beer, winner Nelson. Certainly will take you up on that offer. As yeah, who knows? Hopefully I head up to Nelson relatively soon. I know that I want to watch a Tasman game on the Bunnings NBC live. That would be pretty awesome to do. But yeah, nonetheless, I guess I will see you all for the